that it won't be long till you fly away. Till you fly away. Till you fly. I'll take you out of hell. That it won't be long till you fly away.
Magic out of the back court. Magic left side to Kareem. Slam dunk. Look at that.
You got 19 to 20 years playing with the Lakers.
Yeah, 19 or 20 at least.
What's good, Dirty?
In transition, Wade finds James! Grab that, put it under your fist, LeBron. James, catch, fire, oh, what a block from James!
3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. Oh, my!
Good night! He turns the corner and just bullets in a powerful tomahawk slam play.
Now the three. Make somebody else beat you. Three on the way. You got it!
What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big R. Welcome back to Big R Sports. What's the deal with it, everybody? Good morning. What's cracking, man? I know a lot of y'all hung over from last night, man. I am too, but it's all good. Got another live stream for y'all this morning. What it do, man? What's good with it, everybody? What's happening? Hey, is Christian Woods really coming, y'all? Because we finna do another stream, man. Whether or not this dude finna be a Laker or not. I'm starting to think that it's not finna happen. But I read a report yesterday that made me think I might be wrong, because the Lakers say that they might be waiting for the Portland Trail Blazers to make a deal, a Dame Lillard deal, where we could be a third or a fourth team addition to that deal and get us, some kind of center that way, another big man that way. That's a small part of a big deal for Dame and maybe Miami or somebody where one team might get Tyler Hero. We might get some kind of backup big in the deal just to help facilitate the move. That seems like a lot when it seems like the best option out there available is Christian Wood. I don't see nobody unless this is somebody good, somebody that we can make a splash with, come in for that kind of trade scenario. So that had just got me thinking, man. I don't know. Sometimes the Rob Pelinka is too smart for his own good, so he might just be trying to wait and sit back and find another piece when that piece might be already sitting right there waiting on you to sign him. You know, or is it still the same report? Because the last still solid report that I got from Christian Wood agent was that he was looking for something more than a vet minimum, somewhere looking like the mid-level exception, $5 or $6 million that we don't have. And if he can't find that, then he'll sign with the Lakers on a prove it deal, right? So ain't nobody offering that dude no money. Otherwise, they would have been signed him. It's day 16, day 15 of free agency, and dude's still out there. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know, man. I got 40 people here. I need 40 likes. Make sure y'all please hit that like button on y'all way in. You know, I definitely appreciate y'all ahead of time. Become a member of Artillery Gang. I got light artillery, medium artillery, and heavy artillery. If you really mess with the channel, if you really want to support, become a member of Artillery Gang. I appreciate y'all ahead of time, man. We got one-time donations. We got one-time memberships. You can upgrade your membership. You can do a lot of different things, man. Some people need to re-up their memberships, but I ain't going to talk bad about y'all today. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But yeah. Christian Wood to the Lakers. Is he really coming, man? I don't know, y'all. Would y'all rather have Christian Wood or Bismack Biyombo? I felt what Rob Pelinka was saying in this press conference the other day, where he was saying that we got a big who can do like Dwight kind of stuff. We need another big who more versatile and does something a little different than what Jackson Hayes can do. So Christian Wood will fit that need if that's what Rob Pelinka wanted. So I don't know what they're working on. I don't know if it's going to be some kind of word sign and trade, some kind of word trade for Dame. If we just an additional piece of that trade, I don't know what's going to happen. But dude taking off forever. He's taking his sweet time because he'll rather get that bag. I guarantee you he'll rather get that bag. I don't think he's ready to go through that prove it year stuff. My nigga DJ, Lakers in 5. Shout out to Lakers in 5, man. Y'all go sub the Lakers in 5 immediately. You hear me? He was saying yesterday that he put out a tweet saying, you know what I'm saying, bet on yourself. And that's the same tweet every other prove it player that we didn't got them put, the Lonnie Walkers of the world, the Malik Monks of the world, put out the same similar tweet right before they got drafted. Right before they got signed and picked up by the Lakers on their prove it deals. So I just know that it might just he might have to Rob Pelinka or Darvin Ham, I should say, might have to switch it up a little bit different if we get a center like a Christian Wood. Because I don't know if you put him on the bench. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, put him in the starting lineup at the 4 and keep Anthony Davis at the 5, which I would be fine with because I just wanted another big out there on the court with him to help him rebound, play defense, you know what I'm saying, do certain things like that to get it cracking. So I just want to see what the business is. My nigga Hurt in the building. What up, Hurt? What up, my nigga Bang in the building, man? Y'all go sub to my nigga Bang Sports and Entertainment if you have not already. Fire content. Classic stream last night. I know niggas hung over from last night, my nigga. Boom. Woo. Hope I got some sleep. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all got some sleep. What's good, Slick 340 in the building, man? What's good, Slick, bro? My nigga Bang. My nigga Hurt in the building. Whatever. He said, what do you think about AD's extension talk? The first thing I read, right, when I read up on it, Hurt, was that some Western Conference executive, I don't listen to them niggas, bro. No Western Conference executives want us to do anything good over here in Lakerland. So when the statement start off with that, I tend to think the opposite. Some random Western Conference executive don't want Anthony Davis to get a extension because he wants him to leave and come to his team, whoever this random Western Conference executive is. So my thoughts on that, Hurt, is on August 4th when he's actually eligible for that contract. I'm guessing the Lakers will give him that contract extension because he showed this past year that he can stay healthy more than he did the previous 2 years. And he actually did something to make them want to sign them. When Brian went out after the All-Star break, we got new players at the trade deadline, and this team took off. And Anthony Davis was the big catalyst of that. So I think the Lakers organization recognized that. Maybe he might be getting out of this injury history slump thing. And, maybe they can go ahead and give him a nice little 3-year, $170 million extension, And the money is already allotted, child. I don't want to hear you talking about it. I wouldn't pay him that much. It ain't up to you, nigga. The money is already allocated. You hear me? HM3 in the building, man. What's good, HM3? What's cracking, bro? DJ Gemini in the building, man. What's good with it, bro? Sammy the man. What up, Sammy? What's good with it? He said Seawood over Biombo, but close. I heard that, bro. Yeah, it is close because I feel like we'll be doing the same thing. We got a Bismack Biombo. But do you want somebody to do the same thing so when Jackson Hayes ain't on the court, you can still have that element on the court? So it is close. I get both sides. What up, Zay? What's good with it, man? He said trade D-Lo for Nurkic. D-Lo. I think that also breaking news yesterday, D-Lo contract details came out, and he has what they're calling it's not a no trade clause, but it's a de facto no trade clause because when you sign a player for a 1-on-1 and you trade him in that first year, his bird rights don't go with that trade, so the player has the option to veto that trade. So it's a de facto no trade clause. So D-Lo, y'all, it became a little harder to get rid of D-Lo because of that reason. So yeah, Zay, he might be here for that whole year next year. Taiwan again in the building, man. What up, Taiwan? What it do, pimping? Weebay in the building. What up, Weebay? What's good with it, mate? So I'm hearing if Christian Wood don't come, they're going to sign Harry Giles, non-guaranteed. I read up on him today, too, before the stream started because that's what the information I woke up this morning and heard, Weebay. 6'11". He was drafted in 2017, from what I remember. And that draft was trash. Like, besides, like, Jason Tatum and I think a couple other people, that draft was trash. I think he played at Duke. He was one of the Duke centers. Drafted pretty high. Was projected to be an all-star. Injuries got him out the league. He in Vegas now working out for different teams. And that might be the backup to the backup to the backup plan, Weebay. But I don't want Harry Giles the third, man. That dude, man. If anything, I'd rather take Castleton off the G League and put him on the back of the bench and let him sit there and learn. I would rather have him sit there and learn than Harry Giles. But shout out to Harry Giles, though. He's trying to work his way back in the league, and I hope he do give it to somebody. Just not with the Lakers. Javon James, what's good with it, bro? What's good with it? What it do? Nicholas Brown in the building, man. The hardest working moderator on YouTube, man. What it do, man? Lakers in 5. What up, DJ? What's good with it, man? Y'all heard me the last time, man. Y'all go sub to my boy Lakers in 5, man. Tiffany Ned in the building. Good morning, Tiff. How you doing today? Coach James in the building. What up, Chris Sims? What it do, pimping? Yes, sir. Who else we got up in here? Who I'm missing? Walk him down. What up, walk him down? What's good with it, bro? Yes, sir. Boss player in the building. What's good with it? Lakers Hype 23. What's good with it? He said fire intro. I definitely appreciate that, man. Trying to get up on the level with the best intros on YouTube. I ain't there yet, but I'm coming. You hear me? Will in the building. What's up, fam? What's good with it? EJ in the building. What's good with it? EJ already don't like the move for Christian Wood. I heard that, man. Let me know why, bro. I want to know why. Because it's not like he a scrub, you know? JJ in the building. What's good, JJ? What's happening, man? Let me see. Look, elbow, fifth ring. What it do, pimpin'? What's good with it? Jamar in the building. What's up, bro? What else we got up in here? Jamar say, if we do not get Christian Wood, what kind of role do you see him having? If we do get him, do you want him to start? I think it'll be pretty simple, Jamar, because if he doesn't start, then he can just come in and be the backup. When Anthony Davis slides to the 5, we need a 4. Our third Christian Wood is it. If Anthony Davis is on the bench and we got a big who do the dirty work out there, we just need another finesse big or somebody to stretch the floor. Christian Wood can fill that role. If we need a starter, he can come in and help Anthony Davis with the dirty work and stretch the floor and be the one to help him set picks and screens on our guard predicated offense. So he has a role here because we got Jackson Hayes already. So I definitely see him having a role. I don't know if his ego will let him maneuver his way or operate in that role, or whether or not he just gonna. This is humbling to him not signing in months. But I ain't gonna say months, but in weeks. You know what I'm saying, after free agency, because he is really the last best player out there for real, and ain't nobody signing it. And I don't know if he want to go to a bad team for the mid-level exception or go to the good team for a vet minimum on a prove deal. I don't know, man. We gonna see though. He said, "Salute, chat. Or yeah, Lakers get something up. They got something up their sleeve. We gonna see, man. I think it's a small move they got underneath their sleeve too, man. I got 80 people here. I need 80 likes. Please hit that like button for your boy. When you hit the like button, it helps the stream tremendously. It pushes the stream through the algorithm, and the likes are free. So wherever you at, wherever you be, hit that like button, man, so everybody on YouTube can see." He said, "What's all this nub talk you doing?" That's nubby. Slick 340 in the building. What up, Slick? What's good with it, man? Nate in the building. What up, Nate? Salute, man. How you doing, bro? JJ. What up, JJ? What's good with it, man? Let me see Eddie in the building. What up, Eddie? He said Castleton will be a great piece if Lakers work him into the rotation. Yeah, because, I don't think that he's going to be out there a lot. Anybody we sign now is not going to be out there a lot. Because I'm leaning towards Castleton too myself, man. We already got him. Just give him a non-guaranteed deal, put him on the roster as the 14th man. If something pop up, you still got that 15th man roster option. You can even keep it as it is, keep him on the two-way, and if he work out that way, just push him up to the regular roster spot then. You hear me? Steven Torres, what up, Steven? What's good with it, man? He said, "Would come to the Lakers. They deep as F, my G. They are deep. We do have a deep roster." Sammy the Man said, "Get this 14th roster spot. Get this popping, man." T-Bye? I don't know what that say. Camp getting some chemistry. Training camp get some chemistry. I heard that. Nate, what's good, Nate? Melvin McGee in the building. What's good with it? My nigga Hurt said, "I didn't want Woods at first, but now we need the offensive punch." And that would be what his best thing is. It would be the offensive punch that he can bring in coming off the court. He could be in the corner, and I trust him hitting his corner threes. He shot, 37, 38% from three last year. He shot like 42% from the corners. Dude can shoot a little bit. He would definitely feel the need of a stretch big. I ain't going to say a stretch center, but I know we went into this free agency saying we wanted a stretch five, a stretch big. So we got to switch it up to just a stretch big to the point where if it's a four, that's fine. AD or Jackson Hayes is in there to do the dirty work. If Anthony Davis playing the stretch four, then, we have Jackson Hayes in there doing the dirty work. I just don't know if Christian Wood is able to come in and play like a big, or will he just play like a small four the whole time? If he can show some kind of versatility to his game so where he's just not a shooting big and just worried about his offense, he's locked in on both sides of the ball, Christian Wood will put us over the top, y'all. Real talk. I would if he had that kind of mindset where he locked in on defense and still gave us what he could on offense, be it efficient, you know what I'm saying, scoring the ball, helping the team win. Oh yeah, we championship bound. Real talk. Melvin McGee said Lakers all the way. I heard that. Big facts. And everybody hit that like button as you come in. Big facts. What up, Kevin Grisham? What's good with it? He said, "I wonder why Wood is taking this long to make his decision." When they normally taking this long, it's about money, bro. They market ain't what they thought it would be, right? So they sitting around waiting for a team to really, really need them. And I'm thinking this year that he probably the most he'll get is that $5-6 million mid-level exception from somebody, taxpayer exception, I should say. Or he can go somewhere and play with a good team on a 1-and-1 prove-it deal, and then come out and try to get another bag next year. So I don't know. We definitely gonna see. What up, Marcus Freebie? What's good with it, man? Ferriby. He said string last night was classic. That's that. Hey, we make classics. Y'all heard me say, man, the magic happens right there, and the magic happens here. We make magic. You hear me? We make classic-ish all the time. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing. That's what we known for. Classics. Bam, boom, boom, boom. Classic after classic after. No, I'm just playing. Yes, sir. Oh, Danik, new here. I'm hearing a Texas accent. Family originated from there. No, my family originated from Africa. We were captive, brought over on ships to the port about South Carolina. Then we migrated to Memphis. We migrated to Mississippi. We migrated to St. Louis. And we migrated in other places too, primarily. So no, that's what it is. I ain't really got no family. I got family that moved to Texas, but I'm from St. Louis, bro. That's that St. Louis accent you heard, bro. Yeah, we from St. Louis around here. You hear me? We Bay in the building. They said we're probably waiting on that Dame move. That's what I read yesterday. They said the Lakers was waiting on that though, so they could be another piece in a small deal or a small piece in a big deal. I don't know, man. And then that's sometimes when Rob be getting too cute, man, trying to wait for the perfect move all the time. When you done made 5 perfect moves in a row, man, just heard sign some damn body, bro. This ain't nobody who gonna really affect a roster like that for real, unless it is a Christian Wood. He gonna come in and change a few things, bro. Jackson Hayes probably won't play that much. Jackson Hayes will probably be the backup big. He probably will start Christian Wood. So Woods will get mad buying with the Lakers too. I heard that, Steve. That's what I'm saying, bro. I think he'll come in and be our starting 4. We're gonna keep 80 at the 5, which I'm cool with because as long as it's another big. If y'all remember at the trade deadline this past year when we got Jared Vanderbilt and he started playing the 4, I was like, I'm cool with that because Jared Vanderbilt don't mind doing the dirty work. He can get in there and help rebound a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All the way up until that damn Denver series. But I digress. I ain't even gonna talk about that. Kevin Grissom said Castleton is still a rookie and undrafted at that. The Lakers will be cautious with his development. Yeah, but lately they've been throwing them young guys in the fire. DJ Gemini 504. He said, Big Art question. How many minutes will get if he sign it is my question. I think if Christian Wood was to sign here, he would get 20, 25 plus minutes. I think he would be a part of the rotation. I think when AD, Rob Pelinka, and Darvin Ham had that meeting about moving AD back to the 4 or moving him more so often back to the 4, I think that was an option. I think that's what they have in mind when they got Christian Wood. When he come in and they can like switch the line up during the game, when Jackson Hayes coming off the bench, slide AD at the 4, boom, AD take his break, you bring in Christian Wood back, boom, he at the 4, Jackson Hayes at the 5. You want to run just a single 5 by itself, and then AD can come back in the game. If you need a solid 5 who just need to be out there setting picks and screens while AD resting, you got Jackson Hayes. If you need a big to come out there and draw another big out the paint so you can have an open lane, then you got Jackson Hayes. I mean, not Jackson Hayes, but you got Christian Wood. So it's a lot of different ways they can implement them. But minutes is definitely going to be probably around 20, 25 minutes because they not going to have dude sitting waiting for us or waiting for whatever he waiting for and then get here and don't play no minutes. I think that's what the big holdup is as far as the Lakers are concerned, or his position as far as where the Lakers are concerned. He's like, the Lakers, if y'all want me, y'all have to play me. I promise you, y'all sign me and put me on the bench. I'm gonna be a hoe all year long. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I'm saying, bro. Niggas with egos. That nigga want to play. So I think playing time, he thinking about playing time. Big facts, Gemini. Keep it 100 in the building, man. What's good with it, pimping? Sammy Man said, yeah, I was saying a big center too, but C Wood's best option right now, especially better than Biz McBiombo. He is. I think he's a better option than Biz McBiombo. I do. And y'all heard Rob say he don't want to get the same kind of player again because he just got Jackson Hayes. He wants somebody a little more versatile, somebody who can do more different things. Yeah, he definitely should sign that. Go ahead, come in here and pull up, man. Chris Jones in the building, man. He said, pull up the Barnes Jewish, man. He said he at work, bro. Shout out to Chris Jones. Get that bread, boy. That's good, bro. He said he at Barnes. I heard that, bro. Getting that bread. They make money over there at Barnes, bro. Real talk. I hope you at work. I hope everything's straight. Let me see. What up, Lamont? What's good with it, man? FYF Sports Debates in the building, man. I know y'all probably already signed the FYF too, but if you're not, if you're new, if you're listening, like the earlier chat member said earlier, you got to go sign the FYF Sports Debates. You got to go sign the Bang Sports and Entertainment. You got to go sign to Lakers in 5, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it do. What it do, man? He said, why would you bring in a primarily offensive, undersized big and ask him to forget about offense and become a primary defender? Nobody said that, Lamont. Nobody asked him to be a primary defender. I just asked him to see if he can try to put some more focus on that side of the ball, be better than what he was this past year and the year before that. And whatever offensive punch he gives us, because I don't want the nigga taking all the shots. No way. He was a little jack happy in Dallas last year. He got his numbers, but he was a little jack happy. He needs to come here and play a role. We don't really need him to be all that scoring. We need him to go ahead and be locked down on defense, which will probably never happen, but you know what I'm saying? Energy and effort can change a lot of people's game. So, yeah, I don't know. Big facts. I got that right here. Ronnie in the building, man. He said, I don't see Christian Wood going to the Lakers on a vet minimum after averaging 17 a game and 37% from 3. Even though Dallas treated him like crap, he might go back to get the bag or to another team. I heard that, man, but you never know. Because, I mean, that other teams, bro, teams are running out. Or to a small market team, even they money spent up. And I think that if he wants to just go somewhere where it is about playing time, and that's all it is. David C in the building. What's good, David C in the building? What's good with it, pimping? What's the business? Big facts, Nicholas Brown. He said, like, share, and subscribe to the channel and continue to support on the road to 2K. I'm almost at 2K, y'all. So if you out there, you ain't sub, you've been listening this whole time and you ain't sub, I ain't even mad at you, bro. Go ahead, hit that sub button and help me get to 2K, man. Because after 2K, it's going to be 3K. After 3K, it's going to be 5K. After 5K, it's going to be 8K. After 8K, it's going to be 10K. And then we're going to be on our way, man. Big Art Sports on the way. Yeah, I'm coming for you niggas. Let's go. He said, stuck at Hard Rock Casino. You at work too, David C? Or you just stuck trying to win your money back at the casino? What you doing, man? One of a kind in the building. What's good with it? He said if Christian Wood was getting that bag, he would have been signed already. And I agree with that, bro. Somebody would have picked him up already. Sammy the man said, you tell Lamont left, he say right. You say up, he say down. I heard that, David. See, my nigga working. What's good with it, man? Hey, YFN Trey in the building, man. What up? What it do, man? Knicks are nice in the building. What up? Salute, man. Salute to the panel, man. Ain't nobody up here but me, bro. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. Marquise in the building. What up, Marquise? What's good, man? Christian Wood ain't coming, y'all know. The Los Angeles Lakers was busy the first couple of days of free agency, bringing back most of their core from last season while also making some solid additions around the edges. If there is a need they have yet to address, though, it is the center position. Outside of Anthony Davis, the Lakers only signed former lottery pick Jackson Hayes to a minimum contract to play center. The Lakers only have 13 players under contract, though, which means they have one more roster spot to hand out before the start of training camp. The Lakers typically go into the season with an open roster spot to maintain flexibility for more moves down the road. According to Jovan Buha of The Athletic, free agent centers Christian Wood and Bismack Biyombo are both being considered for the team's final roster spot. What the hell? So Christian Wood and Bismack are in consideration, y'all, for that 14th roster spot, according to team sources. So not no private, secret Western Conference executive. That's probably a janitor, head of janitorial looking ass. So according to team sources authorized to speak publicly on the matter, the Lakers had interest in Dario Saric before he signed with the Golden State Warriors earlier this week. Those sources said Pelinka clarified that the Los Angeles Lakers is hoping to find a player that is different than Hayes from a skill set perspective. So Rob Pelinka wants to go out and try to find a player that has a different skill set than Jackson Hayes. And I agree with him. I agree with him on that because you don't want the two people to do the same thing unless that's really part of what you're doing as a team plan and all that good stuff, you know? Let me see. I missed somebody. Hunter Giles in the building. Good morning. How you doing? He said Woods wants a huge contract. Yep, a huge $5 million contract because that's the only money that's out there that he can get right now. That would be the biggest contract. True the King in the building, man. What up, True? What's good with it, man? Y'all go support True the King, too. Another YouTube channel. He's a Celtics fan. He's a Celtics channel fan. Got good content, great content over there, man, at True. Y'all go sub to True the King TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all go hit that like buttons and all that good stuff, too. Become a member. All that good stuff, man. Support, and more support. They saying Woods only worth the vet minimum. Yes, I agree with that. Knicks are nice, and I think that's what the league is telling him too. And that's where the Lakers are in their best. You know what I'm saying? At their best is when they got somebody who being disrespected by the rest of the league. You might get them on a cheap contract. You never know. So Kevin Grisham said, I just wish dudes would just sign without doing a whole cryptic Twitter message BS. If you want to sign, then sign. If not, shut your ass up till you can get a deal. He tweeted, he said, and that's what I mean, but I think the league was sending him a message because he been a free agent so long. So he sent out that tweet, was like, well, I guess I just got to bet on myself then, again. So, yeah, you know what it is. Midtown Breezy in the building. What it do? Hudson, man. What up, Hudson? What's good with it, man? What it do? All right, y'all. All right. Sean Brewer said, True, almost like a hater, though. No. Don't be a hater. Talking about a hater. No, I'm just playing. It's the NBA Finals. Let's go. Lake Show. I heard that, Kenneth Harris. What up, Kenneth? What's good with it, man? On Dickie, the Seckies. Yeah, Rob had the right idea about different skill sets for center when he brought in Marcus Gasol a few years ago. Definitely the floor space at 5. Yep. He had the right idea, but the wrong damn person. I agree with that too, man. He said vet minimum stretches further in other states. California taxes ass. He say he gonna go get more of his bread if he do it that way. Real talk. I ain't mad at that though, man, because he definitely needs to get paid. Christian Wood is what, 26, 27 years old? Has he signed a big contract yet, Joe, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if he signed a big contract yet, because I don't think so. Yes, sir. Let me see. They say Dallas is the only team that can offer him the most, $12 million a year with the mid-level exception. He might return because Dallas is looking to trade some of their whack centers. Yeah, you never know. The Lakers might get in on that too with that shoe. I don't want none of them neither. And if Dallas has that $12 million assigned, that's who he might really be waiting on, Ronnie. That's why I'm glad you said that, because that might be who he really waiting on, just low key. People use the Lakers as like, you know what I'm saying, their calling card or whatever. They come up and be like, yeah, Lakers. I might go to the Lakers. And the whole time I be like, man, look, Dallas, get your roster together. Don't go over the limit to get the mid-level exception taken away. And if you still there, I'm going to come back to Dallas. Do y'all paperwork first, That's all it is. I think it's 30 in the building. What up, 30? What's good with it, man?
Yeah, what's good? What's good, Artillery Gang? What's good, Artemis? What's good, chat?
Chilling, man. Another day, another stream, bro. We man, I had to
Yeah,
do
it seemed like we were supposed to talk about this last stream on Bang Channel, but some other legendary stuff happened.
we ain't make it. I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna set my stream for tomorrow, bro. I'm going, whatever, bro.
But now, like so far, you hit on the head, Art. The only thing I think I probably missed it, but like in my personal opinion, if the Lakers do end up getting Christian Wood and y'all healthy, y'all getting out the West. Like that's real talk. What Christian Wood provides, if people don't know, what Christian Wood provides is a combination of 3-point shooting. I wouldn't say I would say good size for the forward position, not so much for the center and interior position. He had decent rebound for forward, and most importantly, he can create his own shot. So what that does, that don't put so much pressure on guys like D'Lo, guys like LeBron to constantly create for him. Because there's only two. If anything, that the Lakers, in my opinion, have a balanced roster anyway. Besides maybe a little extra size and also probably another playmaker. But besides that, Christian Wood will be a perfect fit. It'll give the Lakers more versatile lineups, especially if AD commits more to being the five. I think if the Lakers do get Christian Wood, AD has no choice but to commit more to the five because you're not going to put Christian Wood at the five, and you're not going to put Braun at the five either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's only logical to have your best rebounder and your best interior defender, who is AD, to play the five if still gets Christian Wood. The guy I forgot who said in the chat, but they put it right in the head. Dallas is the only thing. Dallas is the only franchise that can mess this thing up. However, Christian Wood publicly said he wants the reason why he was having trouble with Jason Kidd because he felt he wasn't utilized optimally. He wasn't given enough minutes. If you saw the Dallas Mavericks play, he wasn't for some reason Jason Kidd did not play Christian Wood enough. I don't know why to this day, but Christian Wood, in my opinion, was the Dallas Mavericks before Kyrie got there. He was the second best player. After Kyrie got there, he was the third best player. And unless Jason Kidd like tossed him behind the scenes saying, "Hey, if you come back, I'll make sure you have a bigger role on the offensive end. You'll probably start." Outside of that, I see him leaving Dallas. And for people saying he wants more money, Lakers can't give him that much. Well, here's the thing. It's called investing to yourself, right? So what veterans like that do, if they can't get the money they desire, then they try to put themselves on a team that can compete. Reason why? You get the most exposure, you get playoff experience, and that's how you can negotiate for when your contract's up for that team to get bigger back later, which is actually smart because a lot of people don't know by 2025, the cap is going up by at least, I think, 25%, or about 25%. So to me, in my opinion, for Christian Wood in particular, it's a win-win no matter what he does. He settle with Dallas, get a good amount of money, or I suggest if he does leave Dallas, he'll go to a contender like the Lakers. Unfortunately, B said it, like the Nuggets, like the Celtics, like the Heat, teams that will give him enough exposure. That way, he has something to negotiate on his next contract.
Like the Lakers.
But I did say Lakers. But real talk, like I said, if y'all do get Christian Wood, the only thing that's stopping y'all from getting out the West is health. I still believe, real talk, Art, if they do get Christian Wood, I think that guaranteed deal get traded.
Damn. Word.
I don't know where yet because there's things ain't settled yet in the NBA. So I don't know what team gonna need a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Dame and Harden being undecisive at the moment. But definitely, like I would say, that's the only weak link in the Lakers roster is D'Lo inconsistency, and also most importantly, Darvin Ham's willingness to play D'Lo, because the Lakers' only options in regards to guards outside of LeBron playmaking is Gabe Vincent. And Gabe Vincent, he's good, he can shoot, he can playmake, but he's small.
Is this playmaking a question mark?
Who?
Gabe Vincent. I know I'm changing the topic, but
he's the way he playmakes he playmakes like Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Like and a little bit better. Like pretty much like he benefits from like closeout situations. Like say if like say if you double LeBron, you double AD, swing. He's great. He's very smart with the basketball in terms of that aspect. And in my opinion, he is a good pick and roll operator too. He's not an elite playmaker by any means, but he's a good playmaker, especially with other star players.
It's a wash with us losing Dennis. It is going to be a wash, and he's a younger player with us losing Dennis.
I
We're
heard that.
gaining him.
I heard that, MJ. Starting
So
one more. Hold on, MJ. One more. I got one more question for Starting. I'm gonna get right to you, MJ. Starting, you got time for one more question? So you got.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, if you had to put $100 on it, what Christian Wood gonna do?
Oh,
Yeah, you had to bet money, bro.
all right. Can I just limit my options to saying like whether he'll stay in Dallas or leave Dallas?
If you had to put money on one of them, which one you gonna put money on?
If I had to put money on it, I think he leaves. If I had to put money on it, I think he leaves Dallas. If I had to put my money on it, to where I don't know, and it's only because Art this Dame and Harden thing, it is slowing a lot of other things down. There's a lot of key role players that's not signed for a reason. And I think because of them too.
That's true. That's true. Them dominoes definitely gotta fall, bro. Shout out to my nigga D Bonner, man, for the first super chat of the day. I think D Bonner might be my number one contributor to Big R Sports. I might have to go back and look at that. But I think D Bonner is right up there, man. I definitely appreciate you with that $5 super chat. Say what up, ordinary body, man. Salute everybody. What's good with it? Appreciate that, bro. Now, MJ.
Your arm must spin the block, right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Sturdy. MJ, you next, bro. What up, MJ?
Oh, what up, fellas?
What's the
Good
big?
podcast. What I got, like I heard something last night. The guy was talking about Christie. Now, I'm going to let everybody know. Last year, I'm going to let everybody know. When Christie got in the game, he won the game for us in clutch moments against Denver. He hit 2 threes. He averaged 10 points. Then Darvin Ham didn't play him no more because he started going small ball. The guy didn't see no more action. And that's okay. Huh?
Who you talking about?
Christie, the guard that we got. The young guard that was coming through from Michigan.
Okay, what they got to do with Christian Wood?
Oh, okay. Christian Wood, he will be he should come to the Lakers, but for some funny reason, I think the Lakers is his first option, but we never thought of it. I was thinking of something a few minutes ago. If he want the bag, I think San Antonio could at least give him 10 mil or something. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think it might be San Antonio, really. He might go up the street to San Antonio if he want them. But if he want that ring and want really that bag, he should pick the Lakers. And he'll look good with. They'll be so dangerous with him, Prince, Anthony Davis. That'll really say Anthony Davis legs. So Anthony Davis won't have to play that many games. And if I'm the Lakers, I'm saying, man, we planning on setting Anthony Davis 20 games because we want to have him ready for the playoffs, him and LeBron. And this is your chance to just shine for us with Prince and then the center. But the key to me, and everybody's not watching, if y'all been watching that season, the big kid from Florida, he played the right way. He's 23 years old, and I see him do the same thing over and over and over. And that's why he got the ups on. They see what I see. He got the ups on Obama, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. He got the ups on Hayes too, because the guy set screens. He passes. He can shoot the mid range, and he blocks shots. And he always moving, and he can dribble up the court. So that other spot, they got the 15 spot. The 15 spot is the kid from Florida. It's just up to Woods. I don't want the guy from Phoenix. He can't do nothing for me. Y'all, they talking about.
I don't want him neither. But I get all right. That's a good point, man. Because I think Castleton is making this push, and that might be a little reluctance from the Lakers as well to see what dude did. But shout out to Khalil. What up, Khalil, man? What's good with it, bro? For the $20 cash app donation, bro, I definitely appreciate that, bro. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's good stuff right there, bro. $20 cash app challenge, bro. So if anybody want to match Khalil, yeah, I know what it is, man. It's $20. That's the cash app match challenge for today. You know?
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Khalil. Real talk, bro. Go ahead, MJ.
Yeah, so I'm excited. That's my biggest catch. The kid from Florida. I love the way he played, man. I'm just watching him. Set screens, blocks, set screen, push the ball up the court. They ain't never had a big man like that. I'm gonna tell y'all, the Lakers ain't never had a big man like that in the regular season. They do play the right way, and he's 23 years old, and he's strong and big, and he's already on the team. I'm telling y'all right now. So the next spot, like I say, is Woods. If we don't get Woods, I don't want the guy from Phoenix. Y'all keep talking about that guy's sorry, man. The center for the play for Phoenix. I don't want him. I'd rather get Dwight Howard or somebody. I don't want that dude, man. He's a bum.
I don't want, see, in my opinion, I don't want nobody who we had like, let me see. I don't want Dwight Howard. I don't want Bismack Biyombo. He's too short.
Yeah.
I don't want, who else was out there? Like, if we have to go looking for people like that, then give me Castleton and let's roll. And
Thank you, bro. Or take the guy that used to play for. He's overseas. I was talking about the big 6'11" kid that's getting his head right. He's over there killing it. What's the guy that used to play for Sacramento?
Oh, Harry Giles.
No, the big center. They had that $100 million contract for Miami. Then he got traded to. They say he's overseas, killing it right now.
Oh, you talking about old boy that got in trouble? What's his name?
What's the 6'11" dude? The young kid.
He got in trouble. You talking about the one that worked out for the Lakers this past year too.
Man, you know what I'm talking about? He was
I forgot.
He had a $100 million contract for Miami. Whiteside. Yeah, I'd rather go on and try him. I don't want them other guys. I'm like you.
You know who they really saying killing it over there though?
Who?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh.
They say DeMarcus Cousins looks really good in whatever like off-season league he in or wherever he playing overseas. They say he looks really good. He's really slim. They say he's about 225 pounds, 230 pounds. And if y'all know DeMarcus Cousins, that's almost crackheadish.
I know.
Yeah, that's how much weight dude in lost. But they say he cut. He's over there balling. He's trying to make him a comeback too because I think he only 30 years old.
Yeah, I'll give a shot to him because he can shoot that three too. I'll give him a shot because he played with he know your boy. He know AD.
Yeah, and he would fit what Rob Pelinka was saying the other day about having a different type of center. You know what I'm saying? Just to come in and spice.
Because I don't want, like I said, I don't want that. But everybody keep talking about we want to fit. Nah, he's a bum, man. I don't want that guy, man.
What up, John Tay? What's good with him, man? He said the summer league dude isn't strong enough yet. He needs a year of hitting the weights.
Nah, he's strong, bro. You're not watching when I'm watching. He's strong.
He do need to put on, you know what I'm saying, some muscle.
He's 245.
Yeah, he is. He's only 245. But
that's good weight. That's good.
Yeah, but I seen him get moved by that cat in San Antonio a couple games ago. So I get what he's saying. Let me get the DJ. Let me get the DJ. He's been patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm.
What up, DJ Jibber? What's good with it, bro?
What's happening with him, Pep?
What's happening, man? Man, we talking about Christian Wood ass again, man. Is he coming or not, bro? What you think the wait is, bro? Do you think that we just waiting for dude for no reason? What you think, bro?
No, honestly, Wood played here in New Orleans also, and it was a money issue here. So I'm very on track with him when it comes to money. So that's why I asked about the minutes, because just like the pick you got up there right now, you're showing a clip of 26 minutes, big brother.
That's facts.
Prior to that, at 30 minutes, it was 17.9. Prior to that, it's a
Look at hold
clip.
on, DJ. Look at his starter minutes though. When he was a starter, Christian Woods averaged 20.4 points, 9.4 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks in
At
17 games.
32.3 minutes. I'm acknowledging that the clips that you're showing, I'm acknowledging the minutes. That's why I asked the question of the minutes. Where are the minutes are gonna come from? I'm not going against this man offensive wise. Even when he was with the Pelicans, he put up 17 points here. And I'm a LeBron James fan personally. But with the Pelicans and 8 games he played as a Pelican, played what 24 minutes and he gave us 17 points. So offensive wise, I'm not going against him. And he put up 8 rebounds at 17 minutes. So that's why I humbly asked the question of where are the minutes are going to come from because the game is not changing from 48 minutes a game. The clip that you just had up there is going off of the 16 points. That is 26 minutes of him playing. So that's 20.
Do you have in front of you how many total games he played?
Yeah, for last year,
Yeah.
67.
So out of 67 games, he only started 17.
Yes,
What Powell was their starter,
yes.
and who was their power forward?
Um, I have hood stats in front of me, not the whole mark for
The
Dallas.
whole thing, okay. Because what I was thinking, man, I was thinking this whole time that he was a starter for them. And then when I
No,
woke up this morning and did my research, I was like, dang, that's why I put this one up here. He only started 17 games last year. So
yes,
I thought he was like actively looking for a starting role somewhere because he was a starter. He didn't want to take a back seat. Nah, that wasn't even the case. So if he do come here and come off the bench, he'd get minutes. But if he comes in better than that, then he could be a starter. And we just keep 80 at the 5. I keep telling y'all it'll be the same thing as last year once we got Vanderbilt, right? Or Ruri, or we play Ruri at the 4. Somebody, even Brian get a gang of rebounds. But it's not just about
right.
getting rebounds, it's about actually banging in the paint and
But
boxing out and allowing other people to get rebounds or a tip out to one of your guards or something like that. Hey,
okay,
hold
but
on.
LB.
Go
Okay,
ahead,
I'm
sir. I'm sorry.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll say
L,
what's again.
LBJ is going to stay at the 4. Roy is going to stay his backup. Kristen would be that third slot. I have no beef with that. Vandal is going to be in a battle with Prince for the starting small forward position. I have no problem with that. But that's still 1 and 2 at the small forward position. Then you have Lewis backing them up as small forward. So we already know Wood is not going to be at the small forward position. Now at the center position, we have to get Castleton there, the guy from Florida, because he's on a 2-way contract. So we do know we are going to call him up because his game what is better than Cole game from last season, and Cole just needed to work on his defense, and he's 6'9", who was actually supposed to be our small forward that called up from last season, who did not work on defense once again.
Right.
So if we're going to call up the kid from Florida, who's going to work in the weight room for at least most of the season of this year and eventually get the call up, and we're gonna have um a center already, so that's gonna put us at least 4 centers on the roster. Where are the minutes are gonna come from Wood? Because as we can go over his stat line, and that was the argument that we was having on another channel, and I didn't mind being called ignorant, dumb, and everything. But when I quoted the facts at them, and they tried to tell me that this man was an ultimate starter, ultimate all star, and I showed them the facts, and they could not go
Somebody said
against it.
Christian Wood was an all-star.
They said that he was an all star, he was a starter, and I asked them to show me that in black and white. They could not do it, but they just chose to call me ignorant and starter and call me a nigga. I I I I I, I asked them to show me this, bro. I even forgot that he and the coach got into it in Detroit. It wasn't a locker room problem in Detroit. It was him and the coach that got into it in Detroit because the coach wanted him to bulk up and weight. That's what they got into it in Detroit about.
Yeah,
He didn't want he didn't
that
want to
was the
bulk up
Wayne
and weight.
that was the Wayne Casey, wasn't it?
Right, but he didn't want to bulk it up and weight in Detroit. So if we really follow this man's career, you got into it with Jason Kidd, who is also from the West Coast. That's why I'm not bringing up the locker room talk with him. I refuse to. I'm only bringing up, if anything, I will bring up the Jason Kidd effect. You got into it with a another gentleman that was also brought up on the West Coast, same as you, who can better understand your upbringing because he's also from the West as you. Now, if I look past that, I'm even going to look past that. Where are your minutes going to come from, sir?
All right. Well, I'm gonna
You
explain
signed to the
that.
Lakers right
Hold
now.
hold on, DJ. Hold on 1 second, bro. I'm gonna explain
Okay.
that. I'm gonna explain that minutes question. I gotta say what's up to people walking into the chat. Shout out, shout out to Zero. What up, Zero? My nigga Zero. What's good with it, man? Zero. We got a $20 cash app challenge going right now, man. Khalil was the first one, bro. He challenged you personally, Zero. David, David E in the building, man. What's good with it, man? I got a David C and I got a David E. That's what's good, bro. He said, I feel like Wood will end up like Bryant, complaining that he's not getting enough minutes and isn't starting.
Thank you.
I can see that happening as well, but who cares? You know?
But that's my overall
He-
question.
yeah, but he should be able to look at that situation and be like, well, let me shut up because Thomas Bryant went somewhere and didn't even play at all. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Who else?
Okay.
One cool
But
P in the building. What up, one cool P? How you doing today? One cool P in the building. I know you heard about the Cash App Challenge. $20 match Cash App Challenge. What up? What up, Doug? What's good with it, man? Who else we got up in here, man? DJ, make a short. Hold on, Baller's Life. Shout out to Baller's Life. My nigga Baller's Life is in the building, straight from Trinidad. I hope you made it safe. You know what I'm saying? I hope you landed safe. I hope you ain't still laid over in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? If you are, you need to go holler at some people in Dallas, man. Go holler at one cool P. You know. We got peoples in Dallas, you know. But hopefully you made it to Trinidad safe, my guy. He said, laughing my ass off. I saw the stream yesterday. Yeah, that stream was crazy, bro. That stream was crazy. Niggas ain't want to shut it down. Real talk.
right. I
Niggas
mean,
moved on, bro. Hold on one
I
second. Yeah, hold on. I gotta get to one more person. Yep, Zero. He said, damn, Khalil challenged me. I guess I accept. Yeah, man. You know, hey, it's kind of your fault, Zero, because you did it last time, bro. I think it was a $25 cash out challenge. It got us. So I think he's double back on you. You know? But hey, I appreciate the love, man. I definitely do, man. Whether you do it, whether you don't, whether anybody do or don't, I definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to Action Jackson, man. What up, Action Jackson? What's good with it? What up, Greed? Greed in the building, man. What it do? What it do? Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, shout out to Zero for that $20 cash app challenge, bro. Real talk. He said, tell everybody to keep the challenge going. He blessed the challenge. He said, keep the party going. Keep the party alive. Keep the party going. I definitely appreciate that, Zero, man, for that cash app challenge donation, bro. I swear y'all make this worthwhile, bro. I love y'all, man. Real talk. DJ, give me a quick statement to wrap it up, and I'm gonna get the alpha rule.
I dig it, but there's no season that he didn't play 70 games, and if we're looking at the clip, we're basing 30 minutes, and you're going to give him 30 minutes on the Lakers. I don't see that happening.
Mm.
To sum it up, offense, yes. I don't see 30 minutes on the Lakers. I'm sorry. I love that he's a hometown kid, though. I love that part.
If they wanted to like really round out their roster, right, and we don't get like a big center, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like another four, Wood put a log jam at the 4, so I get that part. But I think if they adjust the lineup to the point where Anthony Davis plays the center, Jackson Hayes backs him up. Christian Wood is our 4, Rory backs him up. LeBron is our 3, Vanderbilt backs him up. Austin is our 2, Torian Prince backs him up. D'Lo, and then Gabe Vincent. I think that's a dope 10.
You forgetting about Cam though. You forgetting
Okay.
about Cam.
Cam Reddish
Yeah.
is a project, and it's probably won't play because I'm playing Max Christie before I play Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish will be the 3rd man on my roster behind at the small forward position behind Brian Vanderbilt, and then Cam Reddish.
Me personally, I'm a LBJ fan, but I do not think he have the speed to keep up with these younger small forwards. Offense, yes, but when it comes on the defensive side, I say no. I enjoy this man game. I have enjoyed it since high school years. I do not think he has the speed to keep up with these younger small forwards, big brother. I don't. So that's why I say keep him at the power forward. I know Davis is going to cry. Keep him at the center position, bro. I know he's going to cry.
And that's a pause right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the disrespect is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to cry. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk like that, bro. So if you don't want to be talked to like he was talked to on that other stream, you got to change your verbiage, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I know he's going to be discontent.
I'm not
discontent.
done. I'm not done. So, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because he said that he prefers to play 4, right? Everybody else took it and ran with it, right? But the same people won't give dude no credit for actually playing the 5 for 3 years and actually doing a great job at it.
No, I'm apologizing. I said discontent. I'm apologizing. I'm saying discontent. I know he's going to be discontent. I understand that. He was discontent in New Orleans playing the 5. I understand that. But right now, LeBron is slower. He cannot keep up with the younger small forwards. That's what I'm basing that off of.
Now, that right there, I'm gonna speak on that real quick before I get to Alpha Rule, and I apologize, Alpha Real Talk. Give me 1 second while I speak through this. Right, Brian playing a 3 last year was fine. Was fine because we had people behind him to back him up. Like, our defense, like if somebody get beat, our guards get beat. We got people on the back line. We play another big on the court. We got 2 people on our back line, and we can have our little guards get blown by, right? Like D'Lo, or we can have somebody out there who can play defense good enough to the point where if he do get blew by, I'm fine with that because we got two anchors instead of 1. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that at all. And shout out to my nigga D Bonner for the $10 super chat, bro. He said he gonna start a $10 super chat challenge, man. He said somebody match on the super chat. He said we got matches on the Cash App already. He said somebody match on the super chat. I definitely appreciate D Bonner, bro. You a real one for that, bro. But yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think Brian playing the 3, you know, and like he automatically has to play the 4. I'm not buying it no more because if you can't have it both ways, right? And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. You can't have it both ways because if you have Brian at the 4, Anthony Davis not gonna be at the 4, but y'all want Anthony Davis to play the 4. You know what I'm saying? Or Rory to play the 4. I don't think it would be nothing wrong if Brian slid back to the 3, right? Because he can still move his feet. He's not a horrible defender yet. And I think that it will work if we had 2 bigs to back up any of our guards or our small forward who happens to get burnt.
I only base that synopsis on we do not have a replacement for AD 5. That is what I base my synopsis on.
I think Jackson Hayes would be perfect next to him at the 5.
I
think that'd be perfect. But Alpha Rule, man, what's good? Alpha Rule, what's good, bro?
What's going on with you, boy? What's going on with you, Big Art?
My apologies for the wait. I appreciate your patience, my guy.
Oh no, it's all good, man. I like your channel, man. I'm sitting here being patient, checking it out, listening to what you got, what your thoughts are, what's going on. But
Richard Wood, bro, I think he's playing with us, bro, to be 100% with you. But his addition, I think, will benefit our team, and I think that he's just trying to sift through his options. But besides that, bro, you think we getting Christian Wood, man, or you think this is just smoke?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think everybody's blaming it on Christian Woods. But from what I'm hearing, the Lakers got more options than just Christian Woods. Now, I'm not even talking about the guy from Phoenix. I think there's some other things working behind the scenes. As you guys know, everybody's talking about this Dame trade is holding up stuff, but the Clippers trade and James Harden is holding up stuff as well. I'm hearing Zubac in some way might get to the Lakers. Everybody's trying to figure out who can be the third team. And I don't think the Dame Lillard trade is the only trade that might need 3 or 4 teams for it to work.
Right.
I honestly think Christian Wood is kind of waiting, but it's going to get to a point. Think about this, man. This guy knows he can average 20 and 10. It's hard for him to take a minimum deal, but it's not hard when it's the Lakers. So I get it. But at the end of the day, Christian Wood was the number one center in free agency. I want to say probably about 3 years ago. He was the top guy. That's the guy that everybody wanted, especially after his year in Houston. He didn't re-sign with Houston. I don't know if they had the money because I think that's when that James Harden and all that craziness was going on. But Christian Woods can play. Anybody on here talking about minutes, at the end of the day, this is what the Lakers are doing. They getting basketball players. And their play is going to tell you who's going to get time. In some situations, we're going to need Christian Woods. Some situations, Christian Woods is going to start the game because AD might have to sit out. LeBron's going to have to sit out sometimes. That's why we got Torrance Prince. We got Rui. We got a team that's going to allow them to get some rest. So all that stuff, you may see times where LeBron might go back to 2020 and might play some point guard with Austin Reeves and Torrance Prince at the wings, while Christian Woods and Rui is in the and Christian Woods and Anthony Davis is in the front court and back court. There's a lot of options that Ham have. There's enough time for good basketball players, so don't worry about that. Now, is he going to average 20? Nah, but can he get me 20? Yeah, that's the question. Can he get me 20? He can get you 20, absolutely.
I definitely think he can get you 20, right, in the right situations. But from here, what I need from him is dirty work, easy buckets, and don't be a shell on defense. If you're not a shell on defense, bro, we can use you. And Darvin Ham can find his spots to use you. I just want dude to come in and be productive and not try to take over.
Right. So I got a quick question for you guys. With LeBron James on the floor, with Anthony Davis on the floor, and with Christian Woods on the floor, how do you defend the Lakers? Okay, if you have a post player, who you put him on? Who do you put him on? Your center, who does your center guard? Then your power forward, do you have a second? Do you have a power forward that's as big and as athletic and as skilled as those three people? And we're not even going to get down to the small forward spot because you still got to guard LeBron. Or we're not even talking about, let's say LeBron pushes all the way out to the guard and they put Rui in there. I don't know. Other teams are going to have a much more difficult time matching up against us than we are against them. That's why I don't understand the whole hesitance with Christian Wood, is because I'm not going to call him a cheat code, but he's definitely a problem for matchups, because I don't know any team in the league that can match up with us with that lineup.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because he can shoot, he can handle the ball. So if you were another team, who would your center guard? I'm just asking you, who would your center guard? Would they guard AD or would they guard Christian Woods?
I would definitely have to put him on Anthony Davis and let Christian Wood be free because that's your best.
Okay, so if you put your center on Anthony Davis, one, Anthony Davis still gonna cook. Two, so what power forward in this league right now can guard Christian Wood? A perimeter guy.
I get it. It's just his production, right? Were based on what DJ Gemini say about 20-some minutes a game this past year. So I just think that and he only started 17 games. So 17 points a game, bro, coming off the bench is great.
If he play, I think he'll play between 18 and 22 minutes a game. I think Jackson will play between 12 and 15 a game. That's cool. I can get everybody else in. I can get Rui in. I can get Vanderbilt in. Sometimes, and Vanderbilt knows tonight we don't need you tonight. You ain't on tonight. Your defense, we need it for spurts. Torrin Prince, Austin Reeves, all them people. If everybody's getting about the people that's gonna get the most minutes is gonna be AD and LeBron James. But they don't have to get those many minutes. But everybody can get about your top tier. Everybody get about your starters will probably get you about 22 to 28, maybe 30. You might be touching 30, maybe 32, 30, 28 to 32. Austin Reeves. Other than that, even D'Lo might give you about 26 minutes a game. Outside of that, everybody's going to be in that low 20 range, and especially on an 82 game season. And they still going to get their numbers. They still going to get their touches, and we still going to win games.
Hell yeah.
Can
Do
he?
you see any like signs where like we might have a player on our team 2 months where like he's gonna be all by himself, like a D'Lo? Take D'Lo out of it because I think D'Lo is already that guy. But you see another player who might just throw a monkey wrench in all this just because he's just trying to get his shots up.
Well, I would think it would be the ones that are on those deals that they know this might be their last chance. I'm not gonna say Cam Reddish. I think Cam Reddish is he's an X factor. If Cam Reddish becomes half of what they expected, the Lakers gonna have a whole lot of options to let some of these people go after this season. Somebody 6'9" that can play the 2, the 3 in some situations, a small power forward. I see that Jackson Hayes doesn't have that right. It's hard to get mad at minutes when you're talking about you on the team with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Now, if I'm on a team with some scrubs, then I'm gonna argue about my minutes. But if we win and Anthony Davis is out there, if we win and LeBron James is out there, I knew when I came here, they going to get minutes. I'm just trying to learn from them, and I'm just trying to show that I can be a team player. Outside of that, I don't think we have a situation like a Westbrook situation because I don't think anybody feels like they have that type of cachet. I'm really trying to think. I know Gabe Vincent's going to get a ton of burn. Everybody that we signed, I can see them playing their role and getting their minutes. Even Rui, Rui's gonna be out there. He just bought it. He getting paid. So I don't see any issues. Max Christie, but I don't think that's his personality. It don't look like it.
Now, Alpha Man, DJ Gemini would like for you to go over the minutes again. So I want y'all two to have a quick conversation back and forth before I get to DJ Killer, CL, and D Bonner. Shout out, brothers. How y'all doing today?
It's all good. So, do you want to kind of start from who you guys think the starter should be if you did bring a Christian Wood in?
But I'm gonna let DJ Gemini pose that question to you, so he can get a better understanding of what you mean by minutes. DJ, you unmute your mic, DJ Gemini.
I just want him to go over his answer again about the minutes because I'm not saying it.
That's cool.
But hey, guys, you know what we forgot about?
What?
You know what we forgot about?
What?
We forgot about the snake in the house is your boy Kevin Durant. He could start for Phoenix or the Clippers.
MJ, mute your mic, bro.
Oh, okay.
Now, DJ Gemini.
Yes, sir.
You ask your question of.
I listened to his answer, and I was so perplexed. I admit I did not fully hear his answer. Would you please revisit your answer for me again?
And you're talking mainly about the minutes for Christian Wood, Hayes, and Anthony Davis. Am I correct? Is that what's confusing you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So
for the front court,
yeah,
I'm perplexed on your answer, and I revisit this tremendous amount.
So, quick question: how many minutes do you think JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard played with Anthony Davis playing the 5 in the fourth quarter. How many minutes do you think they played for the Lakers?
He
In
played the
20?
4, sir. He played the 4. He didn't
Well,
play
he
the
played
5
the.
during that bubble year.
I said he
Okay.
played
Oh,
the
yes, he
5
did.
in
Anthony
the fourth
Davis.
quarter.
Anthony Davis, that bubble year 2020 started at the 4. JaVale McGee started at the 5.
Yes.
They if you really want to break down of it, Anthony Davis played exactly 50% at the 4 and 50% at the 5.
That's what I'm saying. In the fourth quarter, Anthony Davis played the 5. That's all I mean. So what they would do is they would start JaVale McGee. He would start the first quarter. Then they might finish up the first quarter with maybe Anthony Davis getting a little bit of 5 just to see what the team's going to do. Then Dwight Howard will come in. JaVale McGee will come back in at the end of beginning of halftime. Dwight Howard will push them until maybe 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then boom, Anthony Davis will finish out the game. That's kind of how they did that rotation. That's why Anthony Davis was able to play half of the 4 and half of the 5 because he finished the game at the 5. I still think Anthony Davis, even with Christian Wood, will more than likely finish the game at the 5. But all of those people, and now the only difference is the only wrench is now we're talking LeBron James, Rui, and Vanderbilt because we're a much deeper team than we were before. Those people can play. Well, Rui's more of a 4 more than a 3, but Vanderbilt and LeBron James can play the 3 or the 4, just like Torian Prince can play the 2 or the 3. So that's how they're going to have to do it. Where I think the starting center is going to be, I think the minutes between Christian Wood and Anthony Davis at center, that's what we're talking about, at center, may be similar. And I think Jackson Hayes will get the least amount at center. And I don't know if that's answering the question for you, but that's exactly how they did it in 2020.
I'm more concerned about this roster with the additional Christian Wood because Roy is going to get at least between 12 to 16 minutes a game. I understand that. We just paid him.
I agree.
Okay, so we just paid him. Then it's going to be a split between LeBron and AD at minutes when it comes to the PF position. We already going to limit LBJ to around 32 to 35 minutes a game. We already articulated that. We also are going to try to limit AD minutes to max out around that to 36 minutes. We articulated about that. Okay, that's fine. But
hopefully 32. Hopefully they play about 32. But yeah, I'm with you. I get you.
No more than 34 at the max for AD. Okay, so a split of a blender between the two of them. So just say that's 32 minutes between the two of them at the power forward position. How many minutes is that total? We're adding the 14 minutes of Roy at the PF position.
Okay, so the minutes that you just explained, you're talking about, you're saying 32 minutes at one position. The thing is, Anthony Davis can play 2 positions. LeBron James. Listen. LeBron James can play 3 positions. He can play the 3, the 4, and in some situations he can play the 1. We saw that. He was the number 1 point guard when they won the championship in the NBA that year. So there's a lot of different options. So I'm with you. I agree with you on the minutes, but I don't know if you know exactly how they're going to disperse when he's playing the 4, when he's playing the 5. That's what I'm saying.
No. I'm only looking at the
last comment, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm only looking at the position of the power forward position. That's why when you was bringing up the other roster, I'm not concerned about the other roster. I'm only looking at the time at the power forward position because at the max, I'm looking at this roster with the additional Wood. I'm looking at a max of 8 minutes.
A max of 8 minutes for Christian Wood
available for Wood at this point. 8 minutes.
But I don't. Okay, well, I disagree. I don't see that. I can see him starting, and I can see him starting the half, but maybe not finishing the game.
Okay.
Kind of like Dwight and JaVale.
Yeah, I just said Dwight. They did the exact same thing. They were able to mix and match. Now, the one thing that throws a wrench in it that they was able to get more minutes for Anthony Davis at the 4 is that year LeBron played a lot of point guard, and we didn't have guards like that. So it was allowed LeBron James to move up into the rotation, like the outside. And also, we didn't have a Rui that literally can play like LeBron in that area. So I agree with you. It can get a little tricky, a little dancy, but the big thing is this. Not only it's about the minutes per game, Christian Woods also knows he's going to have about 10 to 12 to almost 15 games where he's starting, and he's the only one out there, him and Hayes. There won't be no AD. There's going to be times where there's no LeBron James. We can mix and match. It's going to be rare where we have no AD and no LeBron. So if you take AD out the equation, everything you're talking about, he gets all the minutes he wants. If you take LeBron out of the equation, everything you're talking about, they get all the minutes you want. So we're literally talking about 30 games where they can miss and match who's going to take a break this game, I'm not going to use the word injuries, but who's going to take a break this game, who's going to take the break the next game, and then throughout the entire season, Christian Wood looks up and he's averaging 22 minutes a game because he's playing those positions.
I dig it.
You get it? Okay, it's all good.
I
got a question for the panel. Just one quick question. I don't want to move on from it because I've been really wanting somebody to tell me why.
Hey, can we hold that question, bro?
Yeah.
I got people came up here that's been patiently waiting.
Okay, I got you, my brother. I got you.
That's why I said I wanted y'all to kind of wrap it up. But that was actually a good back and forth, man. I appreciate both of y'all takes, a lot of logic in both of y'all takes, and I was glad that y'all was able to come to an understanding a little bit to try to understand each other's opinion. You know, that was really good. Cordarius Reed, what up, Cordarius? Was good with it, man. Vondale Dickerson in the building. What it do? Who else? Bound 2 in the building. What up, Bound 2? 9,000 in the building. What up, man? He said Brian not playing less than 36 minutes. I doubt that. He probably going to play around anywhere from 30 to 35. Y'all know how Brian ass like to play. But who was next? DJ Killer was next. What up, DJ? What's good with it, bro?
What's good, Art? What's good, panel? What's good, chat? What's good, y'all?
What's up with you, boy?
Is this fool's gold? Are you tired of just waiting on Christian Wood, or do you think he's coming? Do you think he's playing with us going back to Dallas? What you think Christian Wood finna do, man?
I mean, is Dallas gonna pay him more than the Lakers will? Because if they do, yeah, he's going back to Dallas, bro. If he really wanted to just like win and like he wasn't worried about his bag, he would have been signed with the Lakers by now. Like that's really what the holdup is. So, I mean, at this point, if he's worried about more money, he's going back to Dallas, bro. And like they were just talking about the minutes, he's going to get more minutes in Dallas regardless. So, I mean, so it's really kind of fool's gold. I mean, I wouldn't. Christian Wood ain't the type of player where you move heaven and earth to wait on and all that, man. We our roster right now is great without him. So it's really, to me, in my opinion, it's not a big deal for us to sign him. So
I heard it. So a quick interjection, a quick commercial break. There is a Cash App challenge going on for $20. Started by Khalil. Shout out to Khalil. Matched by Zero. Shout out to Zero. There's also a $10 super chat challenge started by my nigga D Bonner. No one has been yet to match that. So I definitely appreciate that, my nigga D Bonner. So everybody out there listening, those are the challenges that's going on right now. I'm gonna get DJ Killer the last statement before I move on to CL. Go ahead.
So I mean, like I said, they were just talking about the minutes and stuff. Like to me, like I say, Christian Wood's not gonna be on this team in my opinion. So it's really a moot point. And as far as like I've been hearing Bismack Biyombo, I mean, I'm not too keen on him either, even though he goes out there and plays hard and all that, but I'm not too keen on him. I'd rather have Castleton. So I think with this team here, we can do a lot. Like I said, like I always say, bro, it's on Darvin to be able to, get his rotations right, get his lineups right, starting lineups, who's hot, who's cold. So at the end of the day, I like this team the way it is. So, we gonna be all right, man. So we don't have to make panic moves, man. That's what we did the last couple of years, man. We made panic moves. So, we all right without Christian Wood, man. Trust me. So.
All right. He said he's about 50-50. We good either way. Yeah, so I agree with that too, man. It'll be a crazy dynamic if we was to get him. And I think one that could work for our favor. EJ, he said, is Plumlee already signed? Yeah, I think Plumlee signed with somebody. I don't know who it was, though.
Yeah, he re-signed back with the Clippers.
He went back to the Clippers. Big facts. All right, appreciate that, DJ Killer. CL, you next, man. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to slap the hell out of Christian Woods yet for taking this long, or do you think he just patiently waiting for his time for the right situation, man? What you think, CL? What's up, brother? CL? CL?
You hear me?
Now I can hear you. Well, I heard you for a second. Say something. Uh-oh.
Hello?
There you go.
Oh man, what's going on? What was the question on? I'm sorry.
Man, you ready to slap the hell out of Christian Wood yet for taking this damn long? Or you think he right for biding his time, find the right deal, find the right situation? What you think he doing, CL, man?
Well, I think he's playing. He's giving his options. I can understand that from the brother, but I don't want him no part of the Lakers, no part of LeBron's legacy. I think he's lazy. I think his main focus ain't always basketball. We'd have had enough of that. And then LeBron era here with the Lakers. So I want Castleton. Castleton look good. Castleton look better than good. Um, since he's been in summer league. So that's what we expect. I'm going to reiterate. Every time you ask me, man, I'm with the youth, man, because they got exuberant. They don't have no agenda. And I think this guy's got opportunity. For the brief times I saw him, he looked like a professional basketball player, and more importantly than that, a professional center. And I'm quite sure you noticed Art today on Laker Nation. I guess Pelinka said that he wants AD going to play a lot more power forward. So the common sense element of the Lakers is coming to fruition. If that comes about, my brother, we got a chance to win a championship, because I think Anthony Davis is going to be the comeback player of the year. There's a lot of jokes about him boxing, but I think Anthony Davis got pride. He's a man. He won a championship in the NCAA for a reason. He was the number one pick for a reason. He was an NBA champion for a reason. He's a perennial All-Star for a reason. He's a top 75 player for a reason. And he gonna come out and show people. I think he want to play. Nobody with any sense can say Anthony Davis ain't talented, man. Yeah, there's been some issues with his work ethic or whatever, but I honestly believe, man, the man's gonna come out and show the world that he's one of the best players in the NBA.
If we do happen to sign Christian Wood, how do you see him fitting on this team, CL?
Well, I think he a 3 and D. A three guy. I don't know about D. I don't think he'll play much, and I'm not saying initially they want him to play more, but I don't think he got championship caliber attitude. I don't know the brother before I read and what I've seen and what the so-called critics have said about him. I just think he's a sexy name because he played in Dallas and he's a free agent. He's available for the Lakers at a position that we need. So I just don't want the dude. I don't think we're gonna get him, man, because I think they've been talking to him a while. I think he's contemplating money or a championship, and I don't blame him. He's gonna take the money. So I think he's going back to Dallas.
I agree. I think that'll be a smart move for him, because sometimes when teams have to maneuver through their roster so they can have available money for players, they might tell the player to sit and chill for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get other moves with other money, but still have that mid-level exception available for him. So he might just be the last person to be signed for the Mavericks, man. You never know. But that's a good point, CL, man. That's something that we definitely got to look out for. And that's probably the front runner right now, him going back to Dallas, bro.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate that, man. We get my nigga D Bonner, man. What up, Bonner? What's up, General, bro?
Man, what's up, Art? Salute everybody in the chat and on the panel. How y'all doing?
Fine.
What's happening, Bo?
Start off by saying I definitely appreciate you, my nigga. And give me your take on Christian Wood, man. How he gonna fit? You think he coming? You think this is a smoke screen? What you think, bro?
Yeah, no, it's always love, Art. But in regards to Christian Wood, I just think he's being a smart man right now. He's weighing out his options, and he wants to be able to. Because what's the most amount that we'll be able to offer him?
Just the vet minimum at 2.4.
2.4. I got to be honest. He's a career 50% shooter from the field and 37% shooter from the 3-point line. I think he's a solid player. However, I think he may be worth a little bit more than what we can offer him. But however, you could sell to him. We've had players who came to the Lakers and after they played a good season with us, they got a bag. Malik Monk and Schroeder. So I think that could be a selling point with him, and also the ability to be possibly win a championship with this roster. So right now, I just think he's waiting, trying to see what's the best option for him. That's any sensible person who would do that, and I don't blame him for that, fault him for that. And I do think if anyone may offer him more money, that he'll go there. So I don't think we're a lock to get him or anything of that nature. So, but however, if we do get him, that's another big for us. I understand he's only 6'9", but he has played center for different teams. He can give it to you in the paint from the perimeter, not from the inside, and he can stretch you out to the perimeter as well. So that's that's kind of the prototypical players that a lot of teams look for nowadays. And he's only, I think, 27, 28. I just think if you're able to get him within an organization who's focused and really get him focused and organization with some good veterans around him, and the coach, he respect the coach, I feel like he could be a great asset. So, weigh out his money, but I think he worth more than a 2.4 or 2.5 what we can offer him. But if were able to acquire him, man, that would be great. But I don't know, because I know the Lakers' main objective is getting Anthony Davis back in the forward. So even if we don't get
maybe not get him back at the 4 totally, but they making it seem like they want to play another big with him, bro.
Okay, so we for sure need to get another big then, even if we don't get Wood, because right now you only got Christian or Jackson Hayes, and I think that's really the only depth you got. You got a 2-man depth at that center position with him and AD, and I don't know if him would start them both at the same time. So even if we don't acquire Wood, we for sure got to get another big, and possibly even if AD do start at the 5, he spent majority of his time at the 4 whenever we're able to insert hopefully whatever big we get. So that's where I am with it, man. Let's see where we go. I don't know for sure, but I feel like whoever gives him a lot more money, or just depends on where his mindset is at. So that's what I got about him.
Are you okay with the backup option everybody going with? Like, if we don't get Christian Wood, just go ahead and just see what Castleton can do. Or do you think that we sign somebody like a Henry Giles to the point where if Castleton don't work, we have some kind of just replacement that big dude, 6'11", 230.
Castleton
trying to get back into the league. I'm talking about Harry Giles. If just because we're gonna need another big, regardless. Even if we use Castleton, we're still gonna, in my opinion, we still gonna need another big.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't see them really playing Castleton. I understand he might be hooping in the summer league, but they don't really have a huge track record with playing rookies. We saw, Christie, other players they throughout the years do very good in the summer league, and still, even though they might address a need, they just don't really give them minutes. And we really want to be able to get someone who can be able to get minutes. I'm not talking about 20 or 25 minutes a night or possibly more starter minutes, but someone who could at least contribute to us getting a ring. So I would say it's been a lot of centers who's been signed who was available. I know Plumlee was on the top of my list, and I think they said Bismack Biyombo. I get he's another one. I mean, he's a hard-nosed hustle player. I would consider getting maybe him or something. But I just don't think it's a realistic reality that they will actually give Castleton minutes, even though he's might be showing some signs of being having a bright future in the NBA.
Yeah, and that's all it is too, man. It's just he's showing signs that he might be able to make it into the NBA. Not now, but eventually, I guess. So people is high on him because that G League games, bro. That's all we got right now. Yeah, so they real high on Castleton right now. I think the Lakers are too. I am too. I ain't gonna lie, I am too, man. But I don't want to put that much faith in no rookies, man. I hate it that we had to give our rookies the past couple years just baptism by fire when they really was just supposed to develop, because every one of them is not going to be an Austin Reeves story.
Exactly. And there was something else I wanted to address. I think someone mentioned it. As far as like the starters and the continuity, The last 2 or 3 years, we've been at the top of the list for constantly changing out the lineup, constantly experimenting. I want to have a solidified starting lineup this year, and
Right.
even with that, I get we might have some injuries. I pray that we don't.
Right.
You can still rest those players, especially with the type of players we acquired. LeBron, he can still get a proper rest, but we need to get. That's one thing that we need to get set that in lock. Let's have a legitimate and a solidified starting lineup, and let's rock with that. And then this whole being at number one and number two with as far as like how we keep changing lineups, that got to stop. We got to have some type of consistency, and it's gonna start there. So let's make sure we do that too.
Right. So D Bonner, man, with the new acquisitions, bro, with the new information, right? When you get new information, your opinion changes, or it's supposed to at least.
Mm-hmm.
With the information about Anthony Davis playing more of the four, going back to the four, who's your starting rotation now? Is it to the point where because at first everybody had AD start when I told everybody to give me their starting five, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's on the screen. Give me your starting five. Start with the point guards rotation first. So I want your starting point guard, your backup point guard, and the backup to the backup point guard. Start with the
Okay.
point.
Let me do my starters real quick. Then I'll go next with the rotational pieces. Um, this is just the roster we currently have right now. I would actually go Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, and I think I would have LeBron and Rui as my starters along with AD. I just don't see them having Jackson Hayes and AD out there right now, especially with really no big on the bench. For the backups, I would have D'Lo, Prince, Vanderbilt, Hayes, and I think I'm mixing one more, and maybe even Christie. I will give him some playing time, and of course Hayes, backing up AD right now. I think right with that, you have Vanderbilt and Prince. They'll be able to help out some of the deficiencies you may have with D'Lo and his defense.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the shooting from Prince and D'Lo, the offensive side, that'll balance out the deficiencies that you may have with Vanderbilt. But one thing that I'm keeping a real eye on is Vanderbilt, because if he be able to knock down a shot at a respectable field goal, the outside shot from at a respectable field goal percentage, that's another thing we have in our back pocket. So that's what I got right now, but that's currently with no other big. And that's just thinking like I believe him's going to think in his mindset as far as like when it comes to that center position.
Does one of the centers that's available, whether it's Castleton, Wood, Bismack Biyombo, DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard, does an addition of another center change your rotation?
Yeah, it does. Because I would start two bigs. I would go ahead and do that two-man bigs that we did in 2020. But it just depends on who we got. It just depends on who we got. So
And I think that's what they're tripping off of, man. Because after the stream today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go try to find this DeMarcus Cousins videos, this footage that everybody keep talking about him balling.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Just to see how he looked. You know what I'm saying? Because I might put him in there too. Because say we go back and we just get DeMarcus Cousins, right? That could be back to that formula. He can stretch the floor. He can still. We know he's a center. Who can still bang in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Help out with the dirty work, set good screens, all that
He can
good stuff.
pass.
And he can pass. Yep. And he's dying to get back in the league.
But Big Art, that's what they was asking him to do before his exit. They was asking him to slim up. They was asking that of him when he
What
was a Laker
exit?
the last time.
Exit from where?
Exit from the NBA the last time.
No, he
Okay.
was injured. He got injured. His last spot was the Lakers. Then he
Right.
went to Denver and balled out. Then he went to Denver. Remember, he dropped 30 in the playoffs.
Right, but he slimmed up a little bit because of the injury. The Lakers asked him to slim down a little bit.
But he
Hey,
was
hey,
Then
Fat.
he got injured.
hold on. He was actually
Huh?
slimming down when he got injured because he got
Right.
injured in the offseason at that pro am game, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was actually getting in getting in this work in the offseason, preparing to come back and play for the Lakers, slimming down.
Right. And the Lakers told him to go. They told him to go to Puerto Rico. They told him to go to Puerto Rico. They said you need to get some tape because you've had two major injuries. You're a post player. Most post players with two major injuries never come back. He's in Puerto Rico right now. I watch games and I watch highlights. DeMarcus Cousins, he might not look like Sacramento DeMarcus Cousins, but for what we need, somebody that Jokic cannot back down, somebody that's going to give Jokic problems. He's aggressive. He's big. He can pass the ball. He's a veteran. DeMarcus Cousins is the best player, and he will give us a 2-year minimum deal if we ask him to come in for 2 years with a team, 1 year and then a 1-year team option. He'll do that right now.
Hey, I apologize. Hey, Art, I'm about to hop off, man. Y'all have a wonderful day, man. Good talking to y'all, listening to y'all. Y'all keep it up. Make sure y'all get them likes up, man.
Yes, sir.
And nice to meet you, my brother. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Right. But can somebody tell me, because I know we have the list. Like if we really talking basketball. Forget the because I think Boogie Cousins is a totally different player than he was 10 years ago. I mean, mentally, I think he wants to be in the league. And what I'm seeing out there in Puerto Rico, the boy is balling. So is is the New Orleans DeMarcus Cousins? No, let's not say New Orleans. The Denver DeMarcus Cousins. Is that exactly what we need?
No.
Okay, what about DeMarcus Cousins is not good basketball wise for what the Lakers need?
We need a defensive presence, man, in the center position. I think we much and well taken care of offensively. So some of those names.
That's what Jackson
happens. Right.
I just feel like DeMarcus Cousins, if he comes in and is healthy, will definitely solidify our big positions, because that he'll come in and do exactly what we asked him to do. Say he come in, right? Say that will give us the opportunity to start somebody like Jackson Hayes with DeMarcus Cousins backing him up. Then we won't have that log jam that we was talking about at power forward. We trying to play everybody at power forward, where we could just worry about the two guys playing at center, and Anthony Davis can go back to playing a 4. Then we'll have a 3-man center rotation like we did in 2020.
Right.
With Dwight Howard, Jackson Hayes, and Anthony Davis. We'll have a 3-man power 4 rotation like we did in 2020. We had last in 2020, I think it was AD, Markieff Morris, and somebody else. I can't remember who the third person was.
Right, but that was the only point where I was disagreeing with you all at the power forward position. Overall, I wasn't disagreeing with the thought, but logically, I was disagreeing with y'all with the roster in the minutes. That's the only part where I was disagreeing with you all.
I heard that.
Right, but no, DeMarcus.
Give me hold on. Give me your starting lineup, sir. We got new information. Give me your starting lineup plus your backups. Go ahead.
Okay, so with just what I'm looking at on the screen, I'm moving Vando up top because I like the pressure he puts on the other team, whether it's Kevin Durant or whether it's a small guard like John Morant. I like what he does defensively. Hopefully his offense is there. But with what we have on the screen, Anthony Davis got to play the center position. It is what it is. I'll put LeBron at the 4. I'll put Vando at the 3. Now, the question mark is definitely going to be coming with D'Angelo Russell and Gabe Vincent. Right now, talent-wise, I got to give it to D'Angelo Russell because I think he's a more talented player. But winning-wise, grit-wise, I give it to Gabe Vincent. Starting the year off, I'm going with D'Lo. I got to see if he's here to play this year or he's still on some bullshit. I got to see what he's on. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. If he's on some good stuff and he's playing the right way, I'm going with D'Lo. D'Lo's ceiling is way higher than Gabe Vincent's. I don't think Gabe Vincent's horrible. I think he's a good player, but D'Lo's a better player. That's just facts. Now backing up D'Lo will be Gabe. I like Christie, but the X factor is going to be Cam Reddish. I don't know if he's a 2 or a 3. I think Shafino and I think Max Lewis and I even think the two-way guys, they're going to come up when people need to rest. They'll play a little bit, but I definitely have Ruby backing up the 4 and I have Jackson backing up the 5 with Taurean Prince playing the 3 in the backup 3 position. I think the first 2 units are extremely good. I would love another center, but just looking at what we have on the screen, that's what I would use. That's what I would do.
All right, now, so tell me the center that's available that'll make you change your lineup.
That will make me change my lineup. So now that's where it gets crazy. If we get Woods, I would start Woods. But if we get Boogie, I don't know. I don't know if I would start Boogie. And I think that might be exactly what you said. That might be an opportunity for Jackson Hayes to be just like JaVale McGee. He may start the game and start the half, but he doesn't get a lot of minutes.
Don't get a lot of minutes.
Right. And most of the minutes are going to go to AD and Boogie Cousins throughout the game. So that will be the ideal situation because Jackson Hayes, if he's starting the game and he comes out after 3, 4, 5 minutes, he's cool. AD slides, either he slides to center or he slides down, whatever, however we want to do it. That will be the case. So we get Boogie, Jackson will start. If we get Woods, Woods will start.
I just want somebody out there with him where he could be more. He could have more of an offensive punch, especially in the playoffs. Because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, we relied on our guards and Brian to do all the scoring. So Coach Ham was like, "AD, you worry about everything else, all the dirty work and stuff, and didn't utilize him the right way to be a good scoring option." Because I guess he didn't want to take too much out of his game or too much out of his, I guess, his conditioning or whatever.
Right.
But so what I really want for them for this year, for them to go back to being the number one scoring option on our team to the point where our guards is just not willy-nilly doing whatever they want to do every time they in a pick and roll. Because if you got say you got somebody like even a Castleton, whoever that backup big, Biombo, anybody, you got him setting the picks, right, setting the screens on the pick and rolls. You can come through AD cutting to the rim every time.
Yes, for the lob.
Yeah, for lobs. Who gonna stop that?
Ain't nobody gonna. They too big. They'll be too big.
And our guards are too good. They're going to get downhill. Brian is still good enough to get downhill on the pick and roll. Who's going to stop Anthony Davis cutting to the rim on an open back cut? Nobody, bro. That will be available 100 times a game. But hey,
right. And if you get the right person, this is the crazy part. I got something for you. If you get the right person, the Lakers can run pick and rolls with the center and forward. If you got Christian Wood, Anthony Davis can run a pick and roll. If you got Boogie, they can run a pick and roll. They can do that themselves because Castleton can actually do a pick and roll. He has very good. I'm impressed with his court awareness and his passing ability. Castleton. Now, I definitely think it would be a disadvantage for us to move him up to the roster because we have him. He's not going anywhere. Move him up when you need him. Let him go play at the South Bay Lakers. Let him get a lot of reps in and get some training in. But yeah, that's what I'm.
Hey, my TV said who's going to be our scapegoat this year. My TV, you're going to be our scapegoat for this year, nigga.
Who was my TV's team?
I don't know. It's somebody new. So become a member. I hope you a sub already.
I mean, me personally.
I hope you hit the like button. But
wait a minute. Hey, how's we got a scapegoat? We not the favorites to win the championship.
Because they always think that somebody got to blame somebody other than Brian.
Oh man, go suck your mama, Jesus.
But when it comes to this roster right here, I agree that Vandal needs to be in the starting lineup. D'Lo and Vandal, it is their job to lose in the starting lineup, but I do not think Vandal is going to lose his starting spot, and Prince is going to cover down regardless at shooting, and Max need to be on the third slot because Cam, that's his spot to lose at the second. That was the whole reason for bringing him in.
Hey, Art, I got a question. Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Hold on. Shout out to One Cool P. Shout out to One Cool P for matching Khalil's original $20 cash out challenge. I definitely appreciate that, One Cool P. You probably my biggest supporter, if not one of my biggest supporters. Definitely appreciate you. All right, y'all. We got 2 matches. We got 3 total. I appreciate that one, cool Pete. Real talk. Go ahead, CL. My fault.
So so as of right now, Cam is D'Lo and Vandal job to lose, and Cam's second spot to lose. Chris, Max should be at third. Now, if D'Lo loses his, that's his fault. Van, I don't think he's gonna lose it. I don't.
All right, I think Van. I think I don't think the Lakers got much plans for Van. I think there was a reason why these kids was brought to this team, and he might not start. He might be where he was at the end of the season on the bench, man. I know how valuable his defense is, but
No, he
we've
was
seen it.
injured, big brother. He was
Well,
injured and playing through the injury. He got
yeah,
injured during
ankle
the
injury.
Golden
Yeah,
State
yeah,
series.
yeah, but he's he was getting beat defensively. He offers nothing offensively. So I'm telling you, the Lakers is the veteran leadership is obviously there with two all time great players, but other than that, they're looking at youth, man. And my question for you are, can Hashimura play a little small forward?
I think Hashimura is primarily going to be.
Power forward.
No, I think he's
He,
primarily going to be a half a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Depending on what lineups we run during the game. Say we do start two bigs, right? He'll be a backup four, right? Or maybe even a backup, yeah, backup four. But like if we go small or something like that, bro, he could be a three. So he's gonna
Right.
primarily play between a small forward and a power forward this year, depending on the other big man we get, right? Because remember, y'all, I keep saying this, I'm gonna say it over and over again because I think this is what's gonna happen. So y'all heard it here first. Say we sign somebody like Christian Wood, right? That's gonna push Rory to the three, right? And
Hmm.
if y'all remember me saying, I'm gonna get my starting five and my backup so I can make this a little clearer, right? D'Lo, Austin, Brian, AD, and Jackson Hayes. If we get another big, if we don't get another big, it's gonna be Rory and AD, right? Our backup's gonna be Gabe Vincent. I'm moving. The biggest part of this, y'all, is moving Torian Prince to the backup too.
Hmm.
That way we could start Vando or start Brian, or have Vando back him up. We can start AD at the four, have Rory back him up, and whatever big we sign, whether it's Castleton or anybody else, can back Jackson Hayes up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with you, Alpha Rule. What you think about moving Torian Prince from the small forward position to a backup shooting guard position to make more room for our wings?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I mentioned earlier, if D'Lo is on some tripping stuff and he ain't playing well, I'm shipping D'Lo out, and I and I might move LeBron James back to the point with Prince and Anthony and Austin Reeves at the wings.
Hey,
Um,
brother. Hey, bro,
yeah,
that's a good point. That's a good point, and I'm gonna tell you why. If we as good as we think we are, and LeBron's playing 30 minutes, I want him to close as the point guard, and then and on the defensive end, he can play the power forwards, the small power
I
small
correct,
power
agree.
forwards.
I
Right.
agree.
correct. So there's a lot of there's a
Hold on one
Yeah.
second. Hold on one second. Kevin Grisham said, "Why would you have Prince play as a backup two guard? Because you'll have Austin Reeves, Torian Prince, right, and Max Christie as your backup two guards. You'll have D'Lo, Gabe Vincent, and Jaden as your point guard rotation. You will have Brian Vanderbilt and Cam Reddish as your backup small forwards. Then you will have Anthony Davis, Rory. It fits. Everybody can fit into a role in a allotted time or an allotted position, so to speak, because you will have it set. You'll have somebody to start, somebody to back them up. If they tripping, you'll have somebody behind the backup to come in. This team is incredibly deep. And when you have a team
Hmm.
that's incredibly deep, you have to put the players in the right position so you don't get log jams.
Okay.
So,
I got a question for you, my
hold
brother.
on. So,
And
so Torian
okay.
Prince at the backup two guard behind Austin Reeves, to me, is better than Max Christie. I know we high on Max Christie. He's coming. I get it. But to solidify our lineup, I'm putting Torrey Prince at the backup two. That way, Brian can be three, and we can have more room at our forward positions.
But he's also saying that we have Woods on the team. So the picture that you're looking at also picture Woods inside of that picture.
Well, no, not Woods. Not Woods, because Woods will be played a 4. Mine is the backup big. You can do what I said, even if it's anybody like a Castleton, a Bismack Biombo, anybody, right? Because you're moving Jackson Hayes to the starting center, just need him a backup. And we're going to go with the 2020 model when the center only plays 15 minutes a game.
So you're saying center by committee. So you're saying beat
by
everybody center by committee.
Yes, even Anthony Davis. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, now that's understandable.
And we have room to make sure that Vanderbilt and Rury get all the minutes they can, because they're both is going to be our backups.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Solidified backups to Anthony Davis and LeBron James, who we all say we want to play less minutes. And that's another thing, too. That would give them opportunity to play less minutes because we have Vanderbilt and Rury backing them up. Shout out to my nigga Dolph. What up, Dolph? What's good with it, man? Shout out to I Am Parker. What up, Parker? What up, Parker, man? What's good with it, man? What up, Steve's Reacts? What up, man? What's good, y'all?
All right, I got my question to the panel and you. This got to deal with Darvin Ham. Does Darvin Ham get the cojones in the fourth quarter? If D'Lo is struggling, and Jack and just to play, what's his name? I'm sorry, y'all.
Vincent.
Yeah. Start Vincent.
He just did it.
No, he didn't. In the finals, he kept going back to D'Lo in the fourth quarter. So the thing that bothers me about him, he's one of these so-called player coaches. He don't do his necessarily best for that particular game. He going long term and saying, "Oh, we need D'Lo in the finals to get his confidence right," and blah blah blah. You know, he did that with Westbrook for more than half a season, 75% of the season, and look what it cost us.
No, Pelinka told him to play Reeves.
And you don't know that, bro. You don't know that. See, I agree. Me and you thinking that, and I'm quite sure Pelinka thinking that.
Because Walker should have had more minutes. Walker honestly should have had more.
Yeah.
Walker
wasn't even playing. Thank you, bro. He don't know what he's doing, man. And what I'm hoping for is he get a hold of that in his second season and realize that we trying to win basketball games. We got a deep team. The general managers put some depth in this team is significant. Guys who are legitimate NBA players. Now, if your boy D'Lo is struggling and pouting, he gotta take him out. You can't tell me we need him to win. We don't need D'Lo to do nothing. Now, if the brother's cooking like he did in that Golden State game, God bless him.
Well,
but we don't need him.
Well,
we don't need him.
3 ways to cover because now we can slide up Vincent when it's time for Vincent to rest. We can slide Reeves over. We can slide Prince over.
And like my man say, Braun.
So now we can still keep covering down.
We get a big.
But last year we wasn't that deep, so we couldn't keep covering down.
Yeah, they very deep now. There's no excuse.
The guys, more I look back, I'm more of a fan of Frank Vogel. He got a raw deal, y'all. I'm sorry.
I think that Westbrook thing killed Vogel.
He's the one that's
I know it did. It did. No, Westbrook killed him.
I'm 50-50 with you. I'm 50-50 with you.
Westbrook killed him, fam.
Frank Vogel started the small ball
with you.
when we had the big team.
Now y'all remember Rondo was playing terrible before we got to the bubble. And when what's the name set out the bubble, Frank Vogel kept going with Rondo. And Rondo was a huge part of us winning the championship. But what he was saying to everybody is that we got to feed that beast, that big tall yellow beast from Chicago. That's why he kept reiterating with Rondo. I don't think Darvin Ham look at it that way. I think Darvin Ham.
I'm 50-50 with Vogel.
I think Darvin Ham think AD's greatest asset is defensively. I don't. I think it's both. So somebody got to get this clown to.
That's facts, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
he don't get the ball enough.
He's a great. I know, man.
He is the best two-way player in the NBA.
No question, man.
I want somebody to try to find me one better so I can cook your ass.
No question, man. No question. I'm not being biased, man. I'm telling you the truth. What I've seen.
I used to get pissed. I used to get pissed when people would say, "Hey, Anthony Davis only got these many points." I'm like, dude, he got the ball 6 times in the second half. He ain't get the ball.
good coaches giving him the ball. Me and Art set up on this panel.
Hey, hold on. I don't have Torian Prince in the start lineup. It's just when I made this when right after free agency started. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So if I see another one, I'll snipe it. But y'all just heard me say K Lofty. What up, K Lofty? You just heard me say, man, I'll put Torian Prince at the backup too. You know?
But I'm gonna tell y'all this though. This preseason, if I'm gonna tell you what's gonna put a wrench in this whole thing, let's say we get a center. If Max Christie keeps progressing, if Cam Reddish and Max Lewis are who I think they are, we gonna have problems. There's gonna be
got a lot of problems already.
Yeah. But bro, is he gonna have this? Like I said, is he gonna bench? Because he all for the veterans and playing the vets and. Nah, man. If these kids cooking, keep them in the game, bro.
Our defense is going to turn into points. I'm loving this height because we can now play the defensive lanes that we couldn't play before.
You have defensive players.
We're going to get the steals. We're going to cover the lanes. We're going to get the tips. I love what we have this year. I'm not concerned about nothing about that. I'm only worried about who we're gonna add at the 5 position.
Right.
That's all.
I'm only concerned about that. No, Hayes is not a starter. He has to build his IQ on the defensive side. His motor is good. I love him. His motor, I have no problem with his motor and his energy. I'm hearing the 504. And I've watched this young man. His motor is good. His ticky-tacky fouls come from him being out of position and not knowing where to be on that defensive play. That's where his fouls come from. So with someone teaching him where to be at on that play, he did not have that here with the Pelicans. He will have that with the Lakers organization.
Yeah.
That is the overall difference. But when it comes to the Lakers having the actual replacement for AD at the 5 position, no, they do not have that yet. That is the only reason why I say please don't remove him from the 5 yet.
Oh, so you don't like Jackson Hayes, huh?
That is not what I just said.
No, I'm asking, bro. Calm down, bro. I'm asking you.
He doesn't have the defensive IQ yet to start.
That's all I said.
You don't know that.
Oh, I just watched this
different.
young man.
New Orleans bro.
New Orleans system is different.
Right. This is a whole different system than what he ran in New Orleans.
The motor is there. The energy is there. The motor is there. I have no questions on that, sir. The only thing that I can say is when it comes to where he should be defensively on the floor, he don't be in the right spots, and that's why he do the ticky-tacky fouls.
That's what New Orleans
when someone stop. So if someone educates him where to be on those defensive plays, the fouls will go down. He will have less fouls. And then that will solve the problem. You just say I don't like him. I never said that.
No, brother, calm down. I misquoted you. I didn't hear you right. I ain't
Hey, see, let me jump in real quick.
I still say the Florida guy gonna see a lot of action. I don't care what nobody.
Let me jump in real quick. Hey, shout out to Parker, man. My nigga Parker. He said, hey, or after we sign Wood, we will have enough left to still get a backup center. He said,
no, we don't need no more centers. We got the center on the team.
Interrupt the host while he's reading comments, especially from a member.
Oh, okay.
Answer y'all text messages, all right? While I finish talking to Parker, man. What up, Parker? He said, I'm not good with the numbers like that. That's why I asked. You can sign. We far enough underneath that second tax apron to sign vet minimums, right? 2 of them. We without even worried about it. No problem.
Yes.
So yeah. If we sign Wood to a vet minimum, we can go out and sign another big as well, if that's what they wanted to do. It's just with the Jackson Hayes acquisition. Rob Pelinka is quoted saying that he wants somebody with a different skill set to come in and be a big also. So that's why I think people like Bismack Biyombo is out of there. And I think Christian Wood is our only option unless they really looking at DeMarcus Cousins to come in to be our backup big. Back up to the backup big, maybe. But it is what it is, because I ain't mad at that, man. Marvin Pragers, what's good with it, man? He said, what if LeBron or any other players besides D'Lo has a bad period of play? What now or how further? Well, that's why you have two stars on the team. And I think both of them are consistent enough to have good games, enough good games to where I think we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Brian and bad games don't really go together. So you know what I'm saying? So if D'Lo have a bad game, I think with what happened in these past playoffs, especially in the Western Conference Finals, Darvin Ham might be a little more comfortable going with another player and not really worried about his ego like it was reported last year, and that's why it took so long to bench him during the Western Conference Finals. So I think that's one of the things Darvin Ham is going to learn. Hishimori, I don't know how to say your name, bro. He said, I think AR is overrated. That's cap. AR is rated just where he's supposed to be, and we got him for a good amount. So yeah, man, he a future star, bro.
Yeah.
How is he overrated?
Don't worry about it. Don't even answer that.
He probably just talking trash.
But the Lakers,
Sammy the man say that's why Lakers got to sign Woods, y'all. No other options. All right.
I like
it seems like it's just him and Castleton.
Phoenix can sign Woods.
Looking at this, looking at your screen, the Lakers are going to win a lot of games three ways. They're going to be well rested, and they're going to play great defense. And that second unit is going to kick some teams' butts, man. That second unit is tough. However we mix and match it, that second unit's going to be a problem. They got a squad, man. They got a squad. Lakers got a squad, man.
Let me ask the panel this question: should it be at any time in the game where Anthony Davis and LeBron James are both on the bench?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I ain't talking about blowouts.
Yes.
Okay.
What's
now?
CL? If you said CL, pose that question. Give me your lineup on that court. Bron and AD is on the bench getting rest. Who's the players on the court?
Jackson Hayes, Hashimura.
Prince in there.
Yeah, Prince.
Cam
and
Vince.
Yeah, Vincent, and the two guard is
Cam and Vince.
You ain't got to be that long, maybe 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, Art, can I answer your question about that contract, sir?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to the contract, we can offer 2.6, but with incentives, we can bump it up to $5 million, but that will be on incentives.
A vet minimum is a vet minimum. Incentives is not put into a vet minimum. If his, because of his age and how long he's been in the league, if his vet minimum is set at 2.4,
2.6
or 2.6,
yes, sir.
Those including every incentive march that he can make, because you can't go over there because it's the minimum.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What you do?
Let me ask y'all this question. Everybody on here, be honest.
Who you talking to?
Everybody. For this question.
Because everybody gonna talk at one time. So give me a.
Okay, I just go one person at a time. Go with you first on your podcast. If you Woods, if Phoenix come to you and say, man, we're gonna start you at power forward, or the Clippers come to you and say we're gonna start you at power forward, who you gonna choose between the three? The Clippers, Lakers, or Phoenix?
I'm picking the Lakers.
Be honest, guys. Next.
That's what I said. I'm always honest. Because
you ain't getting the ball.
Lakers made it further than any of them teams that you matched, that you said, and they still give you the best chance to win the title.
And they need you.
Shout out to my Lakers in 5, man, for the $9.99 super chat, bro. I definitely appreciate that, bro. Real talk. He said, yo, Big Art. I saw Joe Von Buchar report that the Lakers can offer C. Wood a little more than the vet minimum because guard Gabe
Vincent contract.
Vincent will make 10.5 and it's $11 million. Right. But if you also know that, you know that you can't add that together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't add that together. That the million, the little bit million that's left over,
Yeah.
DJ, can
I
be
need to
can
pass
be
it.
can be used.
What she said? No, I ain't gonna go right now.
Hey, mute your mic,
We gonna get some more.
DJ.
Okay.
DJ. I'm sorry,
You
not
gotta
DJ.
let me know we're
That's
going to do, right?
MJ. MJ. If you don't mute your mic, nigga,
Won't you check it out?
you know what? Check it out. Check it out. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got MJ taking care of business. I gotta mute his mic for him. All right. Now, with that extra million and a half left over, DJ, you can use that on the buyout market. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't put it together with the vet minimal. You cannot do that. You can't put it together. Now when you have your mid-level exception at $12 million, you could have used all of that. You could have broken it down and used it on different players. But whatever you have left, you got to wait for the buyout market, bro. You can't add it to the vet minimum. All right, I'm done.
Well, as of right now, he hasn't signed nothing. That that was my main statement. Are we selling Girl Scout cookies? Because right now everything he's doing is cute. He changed the profile picture on one social media. Okay, heartwarming, got you. The next move that he did, that was cute and touching. Okay, when are you going to sign the paperwork? All this is cute and touching, heartwarming. I understand that you're the hometown kid. I have no qualms with none of this. But until you put ink to paper, what are we talking about here?
I agree. Totally
We just
agree.
know what we're talking about is patience. If you put yourself in Christian Wood's shoes and you still have options available, we as fans are sitting back like, damn, why don't you just sign with somebody?
Right.
But
Right.
but if Christian Wood agent is telling him to just wait, you might be able to get that $12.5 million from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all was him, right, y'all know y'all would be waiting too if y'all had an option to make $2.6 million or $12.4 million.
It's
I'm
not the
waiting.
option.
Cuban hate us, but Cuban don't hate us that much. Cuban hate us, I admit to that. But
Yeah,
Cuban
but
don't hate us that much.
as far as Christian Wood, I don't know if they hate him that much because apparently when you have like maneuvers to sign players on your roster, whether it's going after restricted agents, regular free agents, whatever the case may be, if
Hmm.
you use all your money up right before you lose your mid-level exception, right, then
Hmm.
that's fine. And I think that's what Dallas could be doing. Dallas could be using their cap space all the way up until that second tax apron to where they lose their mid-level exception. And if they right under it, just like we were,
Hmm.
then you go out and you sign Christian Wood, and Christian Wood will be your last player that you sign because you'll still have your mid-level exception available because you haven't exceeded that second tax apron.
I
So
dig it.
so you are so the patient game, the waiting game has always been there. Players do this every year, even though it's 15 days in the free agency, he still has his options out there. So he's going to wait and see if Dallas is going to give him that $12.5 million, or he can go play for a contender. That's why you saw the post the other day. Shout out to DJ for breaking that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just got to bet on myself again. That might have been a shot. That might have been a shot at Mark Cuban, to be honest with you. This whole situation may not have nothing to do with the Lakers, and I'm gonna put that out there now, just so everybody can be aware of that. This situation is just to try to convince Mark Cuban to give him that $12.4 million. Hey, the
No,
Lakers,
I
hey,
dig that.
you want me? You know what I'm saying?
People
So
use us all the time. People use the Lakers to get more money all the time.
all the time.
Brooke Lopez did it this year. Everybody uses the Lakers to say, I might sign with the Lakers.
That's what they do. They do that to get the money.
Yeah, but MJ, to answer your question, man,
Mm.
if I was Christian Woods and you had the Clippers, the Suns, and the Lakers, I would take the Clippers off the list just because their
Right.
stars are injured. They got two centers. It's just
Right.
a situation where I don't know what's going on down there. If I'm gonna be honest with you, looking at the Suns, you have Aiton. This is the thing. If I was him, the reason why I would go to the Lakers is two reasons. One, the Lakers need Christian Woods, and that's always a positive. And two, there's a possibility this might be LeBron James last year, and that opens up a lot of money for the Lakers. Phoenix is going to be strapped for cash, so I know you'll never get a bag from Phoenix. He'll never get a bag from Phoenix. If he balls up with the Lakers and LeBron wins a championship and say, I'm going to go play with my son somewhere, that's 50
That's the money for him. Okay, I see what you're
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. If he's
Yeah.
really trying to get a bag, you don't want to just go to the team that gives you time. You want to go to the team that can also potentially give you the bag because that's your bird rights. Will we have his bird rights if he signs with us?
Who, Christian Wood?
Yeah.
See, you made good sense. You just killed it. You knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, because Phoenix ain't got no money for nobody. So everybody that plays for Phoenix,
Yeah.
they're gonna be sitting in the minimum salaries for the next 5 years.
All right. Hey, all right. I got a question for you. You're a Lakers fan, and I know you're a diehard LeBron fan. I'm gonna throw this at the panel. Y'all know that LeBron money is that Giannis money. So when LeBron leaves,
money is what?
LeBron when he leaves the Lakers, that's the Giannis money.
I got three people. They looking at.
He talking about Giannis is eligible for his extension.
Yeah.
And there's no signs that he was looking forward to signing that extension because he
See, all this 10 toes down. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
He was gonna pull a LeBron James and like force Milwaukee hold their feet to the fire to see what they do and see how they do, and he might have the option of leaving. And one of the places he go, Lakers will line up perfectly. They'll have bread available and everything if he wants to leave Milwaukee and come to LA.
But you know who else is coming up at the same time? Jason Tatum, and then Luka's coming back around. I think those are the three players that might be trying to get their way to Los Angeles. If LeBron,
Boston ain't letting Jason Tatum out. No way. They give him.
Well, they ain't got no choice. If that's what he wants,
I think he's gonna resign. You might be right, but I think he's gonna resign. That's different. That organization.
Hey, he might have worth $300 million contract. So.
Yeah,
this is true, but that's why I think the Lakers have to offer Anthony Davis the extension, because if they were to pull someone here, they need to, one, you can always trade Anthony Davis at any time. So give him the money. You can trade him. But two, if you have another star that wants to replace LeBron James, they don't want to just come without somebody there already.
Now the direction that I'm taking is that if Brian, say we win a title this year, Brian retire, when we got $50 million, right? So find max player, right?
Right.
I'm finding another ball handler, superstar, like a Luka or somebody, you know what I'm saying, who can come in and play with Anthony Davis.
Right.
I think that's another way, or the closest way, without just rebuilding, for us to be winning a title post LeBron, because two things are going to happen when Brian retires. The Lakers is either going to rebuild or reload.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? If we rebuild, then we trade Anthony Davis for picks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate your time here, AD, man. You was a real one. If you want to stay, you can, but if not, you know what I'm saying, we're going through a rebuild, bro. So what you want to do? Now, if we reload, that means that one of these stars that we talking about is available, and it's out there, and Rob Pelinka can form a team. Let's just say Luka, like, you know what, bro, Mark Cuban, you crazy, bro. You brought Kyrie here. You just did a lot of stupid things. I need to go somewhere else, and we end up getting Luka. And Anthony Davis playing together for a few years will probably be a chip somewhere in there. I'm sorry.
I think we're reloading right now, brother. I think
we're building for the future already right now, and that was the only reason why I didn't want to cut Art off. I think we're building for the future now. The only positions that we're not building for the future totally right now at this point will be power forward and center, because all we have is the young man from Florida.
Hashimura might be the money forward.
But that's where our money is. So that's fair. That's where our money is.
Hashimura might be that de facto.
Hashimura.
No, he's young. But I'm saying
like most of these players, say this was to happen after next year, most of these players will be here.
Right.
Reeves will be here. Vanderbilt, Torian Prince signed a multi-year deal. Rui signed a multi-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so most of these players will be here. So say Brian does retire, right? D'Lo gone after that 1 year, and somehow we were able, say the year after that, Luka was opt out his contract and come to the Lakers, bro. So we'll have Luka, Austin Reeves, Vanderbilt, 80, and
Rui,
and Rory. You know what I'm saying?
Christie, all of them.
Christie and Gabe Vincent, because he signed a 3-year, 30.
Right.
With Ken Reddish bird rights and Torian Prince bird rights.
If he took off, bro, if Maxwell Lewis take off, all I'm saying, bro, that this squad after post LeBron, if it's that nigga, that nigga what?
I have more faith in this future though. In this development squad, I have more faith in this one than before. And if Cole could ever, I'll say it again, if Cole could ever work on his defense, then we can slide him into the 4. Because he's already a stretch as it is, but he needs to work on his defense.
He don't play like a 4.
Cole, 6'9". Slider. He's 6'9". All he needs to work on was his defense. His shooting is there.
That boy can shoot.
Man,
his shooting is there, but his defense, he's a subpar help defender, but overall, he needed to work on defense. That was the whole reason for putting him into the G League. He has not worked on his defense. That is the problem with him as of this point.
I'm telling you,
fellas, let me add.
Hey, to be honest with you, bro, I don't even care, bro. That boy can shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot. Yeah, he's a bucket. He's a bucket.
Play a lick of defense neither. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, fellas, if you look at the Lakers roster, they have the best young, somewhat proven NBA players in the league.
Houston, I would say Houston.
And they ain't proven nothing.
They got some young boys that
now Hashimura. Please, guys, y'all got to realize what Hashimura Reeves done in the playoffs is significant. I mean, it was significant. Some precious situations.
Hey, just for a round or and a half, bro. Remember, we're not doing it because Ruri had a good Memphis series. Golden State was kind of trash, but he didn't really play that much, and he sold too in that Memphis. In that Nuggets series.
All I'm saying is this.
Shout out to Kadarius Reed. He said, why you operate under two assumptions? One, we are assuming people want to play with AD, and two, players still want to play with the Lakers. And by players and people, I mean referring to stars. Okay, anybody who thinks stars don't want to come to LA,
right?
You're not paying attention. If anybody think you don't want to play with a transcendental player in Anthony Davis, you don't know basketball. If you're a superstar guard looking to go win a title somewhere and you see a team ready made for you with your second option or first option, however the coach plays it, in Anthony Davis, you go there.
You think Luka wouldn't want to play with Anthony Davis?
I think Luka would love.
Hell yeah, he would too.
I think Jason Tatum would love to play with Anthony Davis.
Yes.
So much Boston spend years trying to get the dude before we got
right.
Him. Go ahead.
Guys, y'all gotta realize, man. I know there's a lot of Anthony Davis hate out there, and I understand it perfectly. I do. Honestly, I do. And the criticism, there's no trade out there except Embiid, maybe, that's equal to Anthony Davis head up. You can say, you can go for Valanciunas, or so and so, or this. No, defensively they don't add up, bro. They don't.
But let's go even deeper. I think more than playing with Anthony Davis, if you a star, you want to go to the Lakers because they treat their stars the right way, guys.
And it's the Lakers.
Always gonna find a way to be on top if you're a star.
Right.
Always.
It's the Lakers.
It's the Lakers.
It's the Lakers.
And he talking about before Brian got there, but I understand, bro. But the Lakers been in existence for a long time.
1981.
So Kadarius, we can't really just be like, since Brian was there, nobody. No, but see, in my opinion, bro, and I hate to speak ill of the dead. Before Brian got there,
that was over.
Kobe, like people didn't want to go play with Kobe, and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what it was. And if you don't believe me, go look at the incident. What happened between him and Carmelo.
Right,
when
Art.
was supposed to meet up there and all this stuff, and we get the
Kevin
comments,
Garnett.
and we get the
Mhm.
comments that if you don't want to be here, you don't deserve to be here, or some stupid stuff like that. So there was hindrance of stars coming there before LeBron, but it wasn't from the organization. I'm talking about even with the Lakers being ran poorly by Bus son before Jenny took over, people still wanted to come in here being Laker, bro. It was only about a 5-year span between Dr. Jerry Buss and his son.
And Art.
Jenny took over.
And Art, Darvin Ham's got an impeccable
reputation
with players in the NBA. Whatever we say about him, yeah. But the players in the NBA, they like Darvin Ham. So, and it's Los Angeles, it's the weather, it's the tradition.
So much so when they say Giannis might leave, they say that one of the options is the Lakers because of Darvin.
There's no question about that.
Right.
Yeah.
But
there's no question about that.
So the Lakers are set up pretty. They're the organization stars want to go to. They're the organization people go to so they can then get their big bag. When you talk about the Lonnie Walkers, Dennis Schroeder's and those players, and then with the organizations of free agents that felt like they might slip in the draft, that they rather go to the Lakers and play for that team and say, "Don't draft me." I'd rather go to the Lakers because they're gonna give me an opportunity like they gave Austin Reeves and Alex Caruso.
And Malik
That's
right. The young man from Florida just did that though.
Yep.
The young man from Florida just did the same thing.
What up, Pau Gasol? Yeah, he got the same agent. You know what I'm saying? The agent recommended that he do it, and he was actually projected to go higher than Austin was year before last. Austin was projected to be somewhere mid to late second round pick. This dude was projected
Indiana
early in the early to mid second round pick.
Right.
Here's another BS statement that everybody could get rid of. That Clutch runs the Lakers. That's over with. It never was that in the first place. LeBron making all the decisions. So y'all could take that away. This team is run by Pelinka. LeBron is suggesting, and AD are suggesting on players. But they ain't going to sit up there and make the mistake like they did with Westbrook. The Lakers are in very good shape, bro. Very good shape. Financially.
And I think that's what was the big mistake, bro, was that they just really went in on Westbrook. And I hated Rob even answered that phone call.
Yep.
And I hated that Brian and Anthony Davis took that damn meeting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because because remember, see, I told you how that went down, bro. When we was calling to check on Bradley Beal, just doing our due diligence around the league. Bradley Beal went back to Russ and was like, "Hey, the Lakers tried to give me. I ain't going, but if you want to go back home, you know what I'm saying, go holler at the GM." And that's what happened. That's how that's how Russell got here. Washington called us back and was like, would y'all be interested in Russell Westbrook? Rob Pelinka was like, hold on, let me holler at Brian and AD. Brian and AD had a meeting with Russ. They approved it, and then the deal happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know
But you want to know something, man? I think the Russell Westbrook let us know our stuff do stink, because you can't just throw and mash players together that don't fit. And I think it really gave Pelinka the freedom to build the roster. Because before, if it wasn't for Russell Westbrook, I think LeBron and them would still be trying to tell him who to get. I think LeBron said, "Yo, bro, I trust you after this past trade deadline." He like, "I trust you, man. Y'all do what y'all got to do. I'm gonna go here and coach my sons, and I trust whatever moves you guys do now." Pelinka, you got my respect. I think it took that Russell Westbrook because he was patient. He didn't just take anything. Man, he turned around that team. They got to the Western Conference Finals. That's crazy.
That is true.
That's
Hey, and shout out to I.M. Parker, man. He said, "Who's going to be the first one today to join Artillery Game? Become a member of Big R Sports." The link is in the chat. Anybody new, listen, I got 190 people. I need 190 likes. And I need a couple members. I ain't had a member in a while. So if you want to become a member so I can have them memberships only, perks do come with that, man. The first benefit, like what we do, we could channel updates is first and foremost. Whenever I have any breaking news on my channel, I do it in members only. Anybody who has a special request for something outside of sports, email it to me. My email is at the bottom of the screen on the ticker for members only topics, right? Like I have a members only topic up right now. I'm waiting to drop it though because I really want a few more members before I do. But it's about movies and television reviews, right? Some outside of sports. We can do promotional things with if you're into sports booking and online casinos and all that stuff. We have that in members only. We have a lot of different perks for members. So become a member of Artillery Game, man. Don't miss out on the next members only because it's gonna happen. So shout out to Parker, man. He said who's gonna be the next one to become a member of Artillery Game.
Right. But I'm telling y'all, on that screen that you got, my brother, that boy in the bottom middle, Maxwell Lewis, he gonna be the next one, bro. I think Chrissy's gonna be good, but I think that boy right there gonna be a problem.
Now, see, I gotta admit, y'all need to break down some of these kids.
We need to shoot up that link, nigga. Go ahead, Sia.
Y'all need to break down some of these kids, man, because I ain't hip, man. I don't follow Lakers like that. Y'all diehard Laker fans, man. What
Lewis,
y'all talk about?
Lewis, Lewis Hood are good, but also look at the 2-way contract. The young man out of Missouri,
Damn, bro.
he's just like KCP. He's 6'4". He's a bulldog on
Yeah.
defense, and that's
Uh-huh.
translating into his offense. His defense is harder than KCP. He can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
His motor's high.
Handle the
He
ball.
he can handle the ball, shoot. Man, he's a dog. He
What's his name?
eh,
Hard. Hard.
Hodge.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
He just old. He just old. He can't.
Yeah,
I got him
he
here. I got him.
so but he
Phenomenal.
was the first. They called him before they
Oh, yeah,
called
there
the
you go.
young man from Florida.
Okay.
Lewis is definitely nice. He was from Pepperdine. During his college stint, and he faced more double teams,
Mm-hmm.
so he had to definitely work on his jumper and I want to say athleticism of being more evasive um to 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 maneuver through those double teams. So I
Right.
wasn't
So we
concerned
got his
about
name is
him.
Samaj Hodge, right? He's a shooting guard, 24 years old. He's 6'4", 195 pounds. His pros, absolute
Yeah.
pest on defense. You know, his steals are high. He got shoot 40% from three on 7 attempts per game during his final fifth year of college. He played for all 5 years in college. That's why he's 24-year-old rookie. Has the skills to contribute from day one. And you can kind of see that with his with how he just meshed into the G League team where he can still get his shots up and be highly productive and be highly efficient too. But
Yeah.
his cons, he only shot 35% from three once at the D1 level. So that's a concern. When he played better competition, his 3-point percentage went down. Great point of attack defender, but might struggle to defend bigger guards and wings. Already 24 years old and nearing his ceiling. You know, he only 6'4". What y'all think about that?
I think he's a
Me per-
player. I just don't know. I just don't know if you don't have the spots on your roster and to give him the time. And let's say it's a 2-year project that puts him at 26, going on 27. I like him. He's a baller, but he should be. He's 24. He should be. He
Okay,
should come back.
so why did you say the same thing about Austin Reeves, sir?
Well, okay. So Austin Reeves, I didn't have any expectations. I agree with you. Austin Reeves was old too.
There's
I
none
don't
for
know if he
this
was
dude
older than
neither.
him.
There's none for this dude neither.
What was Austin Reeves' age when he first came in?
Austin Reeves was 24, just like this dude was.
Oh well, then let me shut up. Then I didn't know he was that old. And it's
Austin
possible.
Reeves is about to be 26. Austin Reeves is about
pretty
to
old,
be
right?
26 years old, bro. He been in the league 2 years.
Wow. Yeah. I think Caruso was pretty old. It might work. I just don't know if the Lakers need his skill set right now. He's a baller. I just don't know if they're. I think what helped Austin was they needed him. I don't know if the Lakers need Hodge.
Yep. Austin Reeves, 25 years old. When is his birthday? Hold on. I got it right here. Austin Reeves, man. Whew, he gonna be playing good.
But
Yeah.
also when it comes to Hood, it was decision making, and that's what everybody said he was weak on. So that's the overall difference. But when it comes to Lewis, everybody said that it would take him just about half a season to get up to the speed of the NBA level. So
Hey, hey
it's
guys, like these young point guards coming into college, they really don't know how to play point guard in your quintessential way, do they? Right? So they gotta learn that, right? Ain't
I
no point guards, true old school point guards coming in the NBA like it used to be, right?
that I won't say that he can pass. It was the system that his coach was trying to get him to adapt to that I feel was a problem overall. So can he adapt to the Lakers system? And that I think can clean up the IQ of the decision making. Yes, and I think that would balance out the scale on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they do have some. They got a ton of talent. I think the
Yeah.
kid. I think Shafino. He reminds me of who does he remind you guys of? He reminds me of a because he's so big and strong. Man, he reminds me of maybe
I,
like
I
a
said
Darren Williams. He reminds me of Darren Williams.
Mm.
I said honestly, I think he attacked the rim like Westbrook, but he shoots a heck of a lot better.
Boy,
Oh yeah,
brother, the Lakers gonna win 6, 7 championships than you, bro. I'm telling you. I like
I
what you
mean,
hearing, what you saying, bro. Man.
I watch these
Hmm.
players, and that's the main reason why I don't mind taking shots when people disagree with me, because I will literally sit down and look at the video with you and say, give me your insight, because you may see something that I don't. But
Okay.
I watch tape, I watch game, and then I look at the stats line at the end of the day, because I want to see the IQ. I want to see what can they give me out 10 minutes. If I can only guarantee them 10 minutes off of my bench, I want to know if they more going to be high with that 10 minutes, or if it's going to be mid, or if it's going to be up and down. I need to know this about this player. And that's why even when we was talking about the original topic, I seen what he have done on previous teams, but don't give me a clip of 30 minutes, and now I'm only going to be able to give him between 8 to 10. And
Okay.
you want me to look at it the same. I cannot look at 10 minutes and then look at 30 minutes and say he's going to give me those same numbers. That that's my take on that. I overall, I love that he's a hometown kid. I love his offensive game. I love that he's a help defender. He's light in the caboose. He's
Okay.
only 215. He's not even an average of 225, 230. He's not even that average.
Okay.
So I'm not asking a lot from him. Because actually, what nobody's bringing up, we're going to ask Roy to take a lot of those hits, or take a lot of those centers on the defensive side, because why? Wood is light in the caboose.
Hmm.
Even Hayes, and whoever said they would start Hayes, do you realize Hayes is only 220?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Heard that.
Hayes is only 220, so
Shout out,
that's 5 pounds heavier than Wood.
yeah.
But
Shout
okay,
out
the
to
positives.
a little bigger though. Shout out to D Bottom man. He said realistically, we really don't know how these players will pan out. Let's just
Yeah.
hope they put in the work and are willing to be coached. So if there was one shooter that we had to bring on the roster, y'all, I got a question. We only
Shooter
get,
only,
yeah, shooter only, right?
Cole.
And is it going to be Cole Swider or is it going to be Hodge?
Cole.
ooh,
So
Defense, defensive and offense. Then we're talking about Hodge, but you said shooter only.
only shooter. So DJ got Cole Swider.
Cole.
CL, who you going with?
Cole.
Cole Swider. All right. Alpha Rule, who you going with?
If it's just a shooter, I gotta go with I gotta go with Cole. And he's 6'9", and he can go with Cole
Yes.
Swider. Go Cole Swider.
Because I mean, he wasn't part of the crew who got a two-way this year. So I think
Because he didn't work on defense.
you know what I'm saying? Because if y'all remember Jay Huff, the same kind of thing happened with Jay Huff. You know what I'm saying? He was looking good in G League and thought he might have a roster spot available to him, especially with all the injuries we had at center and our bigs over the last 2-3 years. But he ended up leaving after the year where he didn't get a two-way contract because other teams can come get these players if they're not on a two-way contract.
Correct.
So
Swider is on the two-way. He is on the two-way right now.
He's at Washington. He's at Washington.
Hold on. Yeah, he's at Washington now.
Wait a minute, Cole Swider?
No, Huff.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about. I thought you said Cole Swider is not on the two-way. I thought that's what you said.
He's not.
No, he is. He's one of the three. We have 3 two-ways.
Yeah, but we only have 2 because you can't have 3 unless you have 15 players on your roster. We don't have 15 players on our roster yet. So we only have 2, and it's Demaji Hodge and Colin Castleton.
Okay.
Those are our only two-way players right now. So that's what made me think about Cole Swider, you know.
But with Cole, that is the knock in his game. That's the only knock in his game, that he need to work on his defense. Other than for that, we would not have to even draft Lewis. Well, we still would have drafted Lewis, but we probably would have put him at shooting guard, and we wouldn't have traded for Cam.
Is Cole any different than Matt Ryan that we had last year?
Yes, Cole is a much better shooter. Cole is a much better shooter.
You mean like shooter, or you talk about the
I'm just saying, like, his impact in the game. Is he any different?
Oh, yes. Much better shooter. Much better shooter.
The impact would definitely not be the same because they both will rarely play. Like when DoorDash played, we didn't really have no shooters, and everybody was injured. Everybody was injured, right? So if say Cole Swider come up, he's just going to ride the bench and come in and blowout time. Right. He's going to be an option because he will be. That's why I asked the question, because if Max Christie don't work out or somebody like that, one of our Jalen don't work out, Scafino don't work out or whatever, he can come in and at least provide shooting and a little defense, like I said about Hodge. But elite shooting to the point where you could be like a Duncan Robinson, where you just got to put him on the court because his shooting is just undeniable.
Cole.
You know what I'm saying? And that'll just be a bullet that we'll have in the chamber. Because if you see it's an empty slot behind Rury, Cole Swider can slide right there.
Yeah, but that was the problem.
Situation. I know he just got his deal for 4 years, but is he officially on the roster or no?
Yes, that's why he's on this screen. Now, what we actually can do, we actually can move him to the actual G League team and take him off of the roster, but we don't have to. That's why we have him on the big team roster.
I would definitely, you know what I'm saying, keep him just like that. But I said the other day that if it was me, Max Lewis would be dominating the G League all year. He wouldn't have no cool two-way contract. But if they put him on the roster, then I guess because that's what we've been looking at this whole time. But I thought they were going to move to the G League and let him cook for the whole year.
Now, Hodge, we can sign him to the G League team officially and literally sign him at least to a 2-year deal to the G League team and not lose him at all. We can do the same thing with Scottie Pippen Jr. We can sign both of them to the G League team, and that will not affect our roster at all.
Hey guys, Scottie Pippen Jr. ain't making it, right?
I think he should have been called up. He really last year he should have been called up.
Yeah, he balled out. He balled out in the G League.
Wait, wait, so we got all this in this G League team we got is
Yeah,
incredible
bro.
now.
He should have been called up. Scottie Pippen Jr. I will not lie on him. He should have been called up. When we reached out for Dennis, Scottie Pippen Jr. should have been called up. That's why I was so mad. Scottie Pippen Jr. should have been called up. And then we also made Harrison a part of the roster, who is 6'4", a defensive minded shooting guard slash point guard, and we did not play that young man at all. And he led our team in scoring, or was one of the top scorers. I can't remember, was he the leading scorer? But I know he was in the top two in scoring on our G League team, and we didn't play that man. We played in one game, garbage minutes, and that was only like he played no more than 3 minutes.
Hey, all right, I got an NBA question I want to ask you.
What's
To
good
the
with
panel. Hey, all right, am I crazy? The Golden State got worse.
Golden State? It depends on their health, man. Because if Clay take a step forward this year, I would say they're about the same. But if Clay continues to take a step back, I would say they got worse. Um, the Chris Paul addition, I think, helps them offensively, but defensively, it puts them in a bind because at least Poole was a little bit bigger guard who could stay in front of other guards a little bit. And
But defensively, they look terrible on paper.
Yeah, I think they demise, and I don't think they realize it. And people might disagree.
Yeah.
Once they got rid of Wiseman, I think they had problems with rotation.
Yes,
I agree.
I think
Wiseman, even though he was not,
Wiggins
wasn't what they expected. He wasn't a number one pick like they wanted him to be. He didn't play like that. But Wiseman is still a very valuable athletic big man.
but they
And
also tried to change his
I
game.
knew they couldn't beat Denver. I knew they couldn't beat Lakers, and I knew they couldn't beat any teams like Miami. They couldn't beat anybody that had a center that can actually play.
Who is
I have pushback on that because they also tried to change Wiseman game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying from just a body, a body that's big and athletic that can move. He balled out in Detroit. He did great.
That's what I was just about to ask y'all. Well, he balled out in Detroit, didn't he?
Yeah, he was averaging like 18 and 12 in Detroit.
Because he was actually playing a center. That funky little thing in Golden State, that's just for them three. It don't work nowhere else, and it probably will never work again.
You think Chris Paul can play in that system?
Man, I know. That's why I don't know because Chris Paul's got a huge ego, and he gonna want the ball, and you got to play pick and roll with Steph to make that happen, right? You got to set picks for Steph when you on the floor with him, like Draymond do. Is Chris Paul gonna do that?
Draymond. The offense runs through Draymond, so
that's what I'm saying. Draymond got to have the ball to do that, right?
Correct.
He got to have the ball.
So Chris Paul gonna be in the corners? What y'all telling me?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm telling Chris Paul. He said a couple of days ago he'll talk about that during training camp coming off the bench. No, bro. Mm-mm.
But that's still even when he comes in the game, that's a whole different style of play. Which who they gonna run the pick and roll with? Who's the pick and roll? Who's the pick and roll person?
Draymond.
They tried that with Houston.
Can't shoot.
How'd that go?
Can't shoot the mid range.
Yeah, but he gonna set their picks though.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Draymond at the high post getting the ball and doing dribble handoffs. That's their offense. Backdoor cuts and all of that stuff.
And that's why I said CP3 might be in the corner. Because say you got Steph, CP3 and Dre out there, right? And you got Dre at the high post operating the offense. You're gonna have them other fours setting back screens for Chris Paul to try to get open. You're gonna have it the other side screens for Steph Curry to come through if he's open. Otherwise, the nigga gonna be standing in the corner waiting for Steph to make them plays, come downhill, and draw the defense in off that high pick and roll from
The
Drake.
only plus for this,
I don't know, man.
The only plus for this is that Chris Paul is finally gonna have limited minutes during the season, and we may finally really see him healthy during the postseason, and he may not make it there. That's going to be the only plus, that he's finally healthy during the playoffs and he's not there.
Right. And Chris Paul is effective when he either has a center that's a lob threat or a center that can score on the block. Golden State has none of that.
Who's
Right.
gonna be their starting center next year? Looney.
It got to be.
Looney.
It has to be Looney. Well, who play in spots? And they can't play small with Chris Paul. They can't
Right.
do small ball with Chris Paul.
No, they can't.
Because
They
he's too
would
much of a
definitely have to
liability.
worry about him coming off the bench. That would definitely have to. The only way this would work is if it's very limited with them two on the court. Like it's Steph starting and Chris Paul have to play spurring minutes, go out the year as a backup. But it's gonna be times when they're on the court together.
Right.
Well, it is going to be him, Chris Paul, and just picture Gary Payton II
Kuminga.
on the fort with each other at the most, and then Kuminga still playing power forward. I don't know who they're going to have at the small forward, but
Is Iggy
Kuminga
still there?
actually should. But
It's gonna be
Kuminga
Wiggins.
really should
It's
be
gonna be
the
Wiggins.
no,
Hey, y'all.
no. But what Wiggins is their power forward at this point.
Hey, if
So
Wiggins play the power forward, bro, they not winning nothing.
No. Hey, yo, that team can't beat Memphis healthy. I'm sorry.
And
They can't.
Draymond is their power forward, not Wiggins.
They can't. We can. They can't beat Memphis. Mm-mm.
So they start.
no,
So they start lineup next year is probably going to be Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Green, and Looney.
Right.
mhm.
It should be they starting five, and I know Draymond be at the five sometimes. Like it's in
So ours. Chris Paul ain't playing in the fourth quarter.
Chris Paul is playing in the fourth quarter, but that lineup will probably be Steph, CP3, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond. That'll probably be their new death lineup, and they're gonna die every time.
Because
Every
CP
time, bro.
slow. He's too slow. He's too slow. You can play small, but you better play fast. If you're gonna play small, you better play fast. And CP3 is not playing fast.
I know what they doing though, y'all, because like I watch a lot of Warriors games, you know what I'm saying, throughout the year, and Steph can get worn out just trying to handle the ball and shoot the ball and all this other stuff. Draymond over the years hasn't been enough of that good facilitator for him.
Mhm.
So what I think they're gonna do is that when CP3 and Steph is in the game together, they're gonna put the ball in CP3 hands and let Steph get some of these open shots, some of these coming off screen shots where he could just catch and shoot. Something maybe simplify the game for him a little bit to the point
The
where
old
he
Indiana
get the
offense.
bucket. Just I'm talking about like I watched him when he played the Lakers, and it seemed like he had the ball, period, and he had to create shots for himself. If Steph got to create 15 to 20 shots for himself, they losing that game. But if Steph agrees to the point where he can catch and shoot and come off of screens, or just be the nigga in the corner open because Chris Paul's the one that's downhill running the pick and roll, that's deadly. It'd be like 2015 all over again with Clay in the corner because Steph was doing all the pick and roll stuff and Clay hit so many corner threes, it was stupid.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I dig that. Just that when they got rid of Wiseman, their whole situation blew up in their face, but they was trying to change this game, and literally they shouldn't have changed this game because what he was already doing, that's what they needed.
Right, but we just saw Chris, CP3, Booker, Durant, and Aiden. Who's better, CP3 with Draymond, Clay, and Steph? Who's the better four? Because I just saw it with Phoenix, and Phoenix had problems, and I think that four was better than that four that I just named.
I agree with you on that because both of them still have that kind of same issue that they had last year. So I'm gonna say it's a wash.
Right.
So I can't tell you who was better, because that's the same situation, in my opinion.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a proverbial Easter egg at you. I was thinking about this and you yesterday. What if AD get to go back to shooting 35% from three?
You mean 36?
No, you mean 30? Because he's never shot over 31% from three.
Oh, okay.
No, from three. He has hit up to 36%.
In the playoffs?
2020.
Yes.
In the playoffs, yes. I'm not talking about the playoffs. He was talking about overall throughout the regular season to make
Oh,
sure.
okay. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
digress.
So yeah, I know stats a little bit, my guy. I'm just playing.
I digress.
But now, CL, if he could be the guy in the corner, he would have to be. He would have to hit his threes because that's the only way that we could play another big. Like this past year that we just got through watching, he was actually pretty decent. He wasn't as bad as he was the year before, most definitely. So all I'm saying is that I think he could do it. I think he could hit them corner threes at a consistent enough rate to the point where they're gonna not like guard him in the corner. You know,
I just think AD one of them athletes that
the
you
highest
don't have to pat.
Anthony Davis, hold on, see it. The highest Anthony Davis ever shot from 3-point percentage was in 2017, 2018 season at the Pelicans. He shot 34%.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, the championship year, he shot 33%, which is his second highest. And then you got a lot of 22s, 29s, 30s, 26, and then 18, of course, last year. In this past year, he shot 25.7%. He shot 0.3. He made 0.3, and he shot 1.3 threes a game. So he only shot 1 3 a game and hit it every now and again. That's going to have to go up for him to be playing that corner three, because I'll give you an example. In 2020, when he was hitting that corner three, he shot 1.2. He made 1.2 threes a game, and he shot 3.5 threes a game. Right. Those are the opportunities he'll have in the corner, maybe 2 or 3 shots a game in the corner to hit them threes to make the defense true. Career, Anthony Davis averages 30% for his career.
You know who was feeding him when he had that year of 34%, right?
Who?
Boogie Cousins. I'm keep bringing him up, but
that is true.
No, it's not.
Boogie Cousins played in 2017, 2018. Yes, he did.
Okay, sir. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this one time, bro. I would say Buddy Hield, not Buddy Hield. What's his name? Holiday was on that team. Was a point guard, right? And was coming of age then that year, right?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Listen. DeMarcus Cousins, bro. People talk about him like he played the whole time he was there. That year, he played 17 games? So stop giving him credit for what Anthony Davis did and the rest of his teammates did when this nigga played like 14 or 17 games. And then the second year he was there, he only played 48 games and didn't make nan one of them playoff appearances with nan one of them teams.
I thought he got injured right before the playoffs.
No, that year that he got injured, he got hurt halfway through the season and only played 48 games. He missed the end of the season and the playoffs. One year, he only played 14. I'm going to look it up because I want to be right, because I think it was either 17 or 14.
Yeah, we're talking about 2017 and 2018, right?
Yeah, those 2 years, bro.
How many games did he play in 17 and 18?
It was either 17 or
he played 40. He played 48 games that year.
Right. And that was the year that he got hurt, right? Because remember, he was up for that $40 million extension. He didn't sign it, right?
Right.
Remember that? He got hurt right after that. He missed the rest of that year and the playoffs, and he was gone after that year. His first year, he only played 14 games with them, bro.
I got you.
How can somebody play these less of games, bro, and y'all give him so much credit for what another nigga did?
Time out. No. My comment was in 2017 and 2018, Boogie Cousins was feeding Anthony Davis because they played high and low most of the time.
Okay,
that was my comment.
He passed the ball every now and again. He passing the ball every now and again.
No, he did. And Boogie Cousins had I think he averaged like 5 assists that year. Boogie Cousins did well. I'm not sitting here saying Boogie Cousins made Anthony Davis. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for that particular year, I remember because when they came together, I remember watching them and I was like, yo, they might be able to beat Golden State. He got injured. They was a good team that year.
They were good together, but just say that, you know what I'm saying? Like who was the best player on that team still?
AD. It was AD and Boogie.
AD.
1 and 2.
No, it wasn't 1 and 2. AD was clearly.
No, it wasn't 1 and 2.
Not at 1A or 1B. It was none of that. AD was finishing in MVP voting 2 and 3 those years. DeMarcus Cousins benefited from having another big on the court like Anthony Davis so he can get his issue off. He benefited from having another big on the court like Anthony Davis to the point where he could average 5.4 assists. He made the game a lot easier for DeMarcus Cousins, who averaged 25 points one year and 24 the next.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Davis was the better player, but DeMarcus Cousins on many occasions and many nights, you would say, oh, he might be the better player. I remember watching him and saying, yo, DeMarcus Cousins is the problem. And he would get 40 points, 20 rebound games.
Of course, he was fresh out of Sacramento at that time for them amount of games. He was healthy. My point is that for people to have this grandiose statements about dude, he didn't play enough games for people to be like he had that much of an impact to the point where he was the 1B on that team. Nah, bro, come on, man. He did good while he was there, and I wish he would have played longer and was healthy the whole time so I could see what that would have looked like in the playoffs. But it was.
Yeah, but he kept getting into it with a woman from his hometown, and that was part of the problem when he was here. He was too close to home, and whoever that woman was that he was getting into it with, that was the situation.
Always the broads.
Yeah, bro. And then I heard like he could have a good game, right? Just because somebody have a few good games and is playing good throughout the year, don't mean that they're better than your best player. Like Anthony Davis can have a 50-20 game or 40-20 game, and he had multiple games like that this year. But none of y'all niggas will fix y'all mouth to say he better than LeBron.
I got a question for you. When he was in, let's do New Orleans. Let's use the 2017-2018. Was Boogie Cousins the best center in the NBA? So that's what I'm talking about when you say 1A, 1B. I think Boogie was probably the best center in the NBA.
Yeah. I don't know.
He averaged 24 and 13.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody that was doing it.
But see, look though, bro. To me, for it to be 1A, 1B kind of stuff, bro, you actually would have had to do something. Because I'm sorry, bro, for the 17 games he played in 2016, 2017, to me, that 24 and 12 that he gave us don't mean nothing because it was only for 17 games.
But what about the year he played 48 games? That's a lot of games.
Yes, 48 games is a good sample size, and I think he did really good playing next to Anthony Davis. It could have made noise in the playoffs if he would have stayed healthy. So give me a grander sample size, right? And then I could probably agree with you. But what I'm saying, bro, is that DeMarcus Cousins was clearly 2. AD was clearly 1. And they both benefited from the takeoff that Drew Holiday experienced that year.
All right,
became a monster that year.
Huh?
I remember that dude became a little point guard monster that year. And don't forget about the credit that you give Rajon Rondo too.
Oh yeah, Rondo, he had them rolling.
So we're going to give like as the little assist that DeMarcus Cousins was able to have with Anthony Davis while he was out there, I would say what Rondo meant to that team as far as facilitating and getting 80 the ball and stuff like that meant way more than what DeMarcus Cousins did.
Oh, I agree. I totally agree with that.
So yeah, all right. So yeah, let's give Rajon Rondo his props for that era, for those 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I would go into his more detail about what he did in them years, particularly maybe for another stream. But I got to go. It's been 3 hours. I got to wrap it up. I definitely appreciate y'all coming through today, man. My nigga CL, man, Alpha, DJ Killer, D Bonner. Who else came up here? Lux. I know Lux came up here, and I didn't get a chance to get to you, man. I apologize, Lux. I definitely appreciate all of the donations today. Zero, Khalil got it cracking. I definitely appreciate that. D Bonner with the super chats. Everybody who did a super chat today, I definitely appreciate you, bro. Real talk. The next stream is gonna be probably later on this evening. If ain't nothing cracking over on A Weezy Bang. But if not, I might do my members only tonight. Real talk, I might do my members only. You know what I'm saying? Because I got it set up and everything. I got the stills, I got the videos, I got everything set up for it too. For any movies that television shows. Matter of fact, in the chat real quick, all my members, just the members, because there can't nobody else get in. Tell me what TV shows you got. Like Zero, I already know some of what you watch, bro. We be on that Game of Thrones and stuff like that. But I got a lot of shows that we could run through, just because I didn't really know what people liked. So I picked like 15 popular shows and made a little detail about them. You know what I'm saying? So we can go over and tell each other what we like about them. So if you still listening, you remember, give me some show ideas that you might want to talk about in the members only, some outside of sports, big or after sports. Yes, sir. But besides that, that's what I got cracking for later on. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate y'all. I'm finna get up out of here. Appreciate that, man.
Platinum with it.
Y'all hit that like button on y'all way out, bro.
I got it, Pop.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all be smooth, man.
Yeah, I got it, Pop. It's from
And it won't be long till you fly away. Till you fly away. Till you fly, I'll take you.
Hey, Dolph. Debbie Does Dallas, bro. Really, bro? That's what we doing? Debbie Does Dallas, huh? That's what you want to see, dog? You made me stop my outro. That's what you want to see, dog? You know what I'm saying? You got to do that on your own time, bro. That is not going down in artillery games, members only, bro. All right? Even if you're an honorary member, bro. I'm not doing no Debbie Does Dallas, bro. No porn, nigga. Nigga's crazy, bro.
And it won't be long till you fly away. Till you fly